Master 1 is the highest rank on Master Duel's competitive ladder, and achieving that rank ain't easy. These days, the best decks build unstoppable boards, full of so many disruptions the opponent can't even play. In fact, in the current format, the player who goes first wins more than 70% of the time. So what if we never went first? What if we built a deck specifically to go second, and focused on breaking those impossibly powerful boards? Could we still make it to the top? I'm a Hardleg Joe, if you didn't know, and that's exactly what I aim to find out. You see, each month my patrons choose a different deck, and I do my best to push it up the Master Duel ladder. This month I'm playing Gem Knights, an old fusion deck that just got some absolutely crazy new support that makes it the perfect OTK machine. Okay, so maybe not perfect, but pretty darn good without being completely brainless. Gem Knights is a deck that demands you learn non-linear and adaptive combos if you want to Falcon Punch your opponent into the sun. Will that added complexity cause us to stumble before we make it to Master 1? Or are diamonds truly forever? You'll have to watch to find out, so grab a snack and lean back, because it's ladder climb time. And welcome back to Ladder Climb! As you've probably guessed, we are playing Gem Knights this month. And if I seem a little excited, a little more animated than usual, it's because I am. Because if you don't know, Gem Knights is one of the first proper decks I built back when I played the game in paper. One of the first archetypes that I liked enough to actually collect all the cards and build like a pure Gem Knight deck. You know, it wasn't very good back then. We're talking early Ixie era. That's about the time I started playing. Back then it was like a fusion toolbox and it was neat. And it could occasionally like OTK, but it wasn't super strong. And then they gave it some new support. They rocketed it into meta relevance as an FTK deck, where you ignored the vast majority of the toolbox and just made the one Gem Knight that deals burn damage over and over again, and then like looped it a whole bunch so that you dealt enough burn damage to defeat your opponent before they could interact with you. And I'm not a fan of that playstyle. I like the interactive parts of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the little back and forth or whatever. At the very least, I like breaking a board that my opponent has established. And with Gem Knights kind of ignoring all that, I lost all interest. I thought the deck was done, I thought it was over, and I'd never get to play it again. But then, they've released even more new support, and they managed to change it back to kind of what it was before. You know, the new version of the deck, I mean, you do still play the burn card, but you barely summon it. Now you're back to summoning like the old Gem Knights, Topaz, Aquamarine. You've got some new ones like Lady Rose Diamond and what's this guy's called? Master Diamond Dispersion. There's 2 Master Diamonds now and a Lady Brilliant Diamond. They got all sorts of stuff. And they did this by adding a bunch of main deck cards that are really great for consistency, that allow you to do a whole bunch while also saying your opponent takes half effect damage this turn. They have specifically included clauses that are like, okay, you can play Gem Knights and you can go crazy mode with it, but you're not allowed to burn your opponent to death. You have to do a bunch of attacks and everything. And that has transformed this into more of an OTK deck, a blind second OTK we would call it, which has a playstyle similar to Tenpai. I mean, some people do call this Tenpai, but with rocks. Personally, I feel like this is a little better. Tenpai is very much like you play a whole bunch of board breakers and then the 1-card starter, and then a bunch of ways to search the 1-card starter, and if you land the 1 card, you just win. This is a lot more complicated. It involves some combos that are non-linear, some ways to interact with your opponent where you have to decide when do you want to use certain things, what kind of tools do you want to take out of the extra deck to actually use, and I think it can be a lot of fun. I like a good blind second deck. Ancient Gears was one of my favorite fusion decks before, and this plays a lot more like Ancient Gears than it does to Tenpai. So long story short, I'm excited. I think this month is going to be a fun month with a lot of cool duels. I'm excited to play the Gem Knights again, and I think it'll be fun to watch as well. As for the deck list we're playing, it's basically a pure but unoptimized version. There are some other things that you can mix with this. Some people are playing like Shaddoll Gem Knights, Tier Limit Gem Knights. Some people play with Block Dragon. But as I've been doing recently, I want to start on a pure version so I can kind of show you how the deck plays without a bunch of other engines getting in the way. The interesting thing is that normally when I do that, it's because I want to show you a worse version of the deck before going to a better one. But I think the pure one is actually probably the best version. I think this might be able to take us all the way into Master 1 if we're being honest. So we're not going to have as much variety, at least at the start of the episode, but if we happen to make it into Master 1 early, then I'll sit down and make like different versions of the deck, try out different tactics, and we can have a whole showcase near the end of the episode to see the different types of deck. Now that being said, I am still getting a little goofy with it. A lot of these ratios aren't optimized. I could probably play some more board breakers by playing like just 1 or 2 Armadillo or just 2 Quartz. Also, a lot of people don't play, what's this called? I almost called it a Gem Knight. It's not a Gem Knight. It's the Herald of Orange Light, which kind of rhymes with Gem Knight. Either way, we're playing the Herald of Orange Light, and that's because several of our cards are fairies that get effects in the graveyard. And ironically, even though we're playing this as a hand trap, this is not something that we're going to be using during our opponent's turn. The only stuff we use when we go second is the Fuelos and the Maxi, just trying to draw into more stuff. This is a pure let your opponent build a deck and then try to break it in half. It's just the fact that like if we can draw 5 or 6 cards and we have the ability to negate one of their negates on board while putting a card in the graveyard that'll just summon itself back or get another effect, this can actually have some pretty cool synergy. So we're trying that out. We're also playing 1 Garnet just because it feels right, just because it's a fun of. You know, you can't play Gem Knights without Garnets. The concept of a Garnet was invented for Gem Knights, so we're gonna play the shiny Garnet and we're gonna like it. And it's not completely dead. It is actually a Garnet in this deck because you have this card called Hollow Core that you can summon by sending a Gem Knight Fusion or a Gem Knight normal monster from your deck to the graveyard. And most decks just play the Gem Knight Fusion, and then if you draw it, you can't summon it. So this is kind of like a backup. Instead of playing 2 Gem Knight Fusion, we're playing 1 Garnet, and we're going to send it as a Garnet from time to time if we draw the Fusion. So normally from here, this is where I'll sit down and like run you through a combo or kind of explain how the deck works. And with a blind second deck, you can't really do that all that well, especially for this one, where the combos are non-linear, where they're going to change drastically depending on your hand and also what your opponent has. The main thing I'm just going to point out is that we have this card, which is probably the biggest, most drastic changer to how the deck functions. Diamond Dispersion can be made with any 3 gem monsters, which means you can use Gem Armadillo. And during the main phase, quick effect, send this from your field to the graveyard, summon 3 non-rock gem monsters with different names from your extra deck or graveyard, ignoring their summoning conditions. For the rest of the turn, you can only summon fusion monsters. So this guy is what allows us to OTK out the wazoo, because this one guy allows us to get any 3 cards toolboxed out of the extra deck, except for like Master Diamond because he's a rock, Lady Brilliance a rock, Rose Diamond is a fairy, yeah, so we can get Rose Diamond, we can get Prismora, Topaz, Aquamarine, Ruby. We can even get Seraphinite if we want another normal summon. So this is what lets us toolbox out whatever we need to defeat our opponent in that moment, while also just putting on like 9,000 points of damage, just absurd amounts of damage. And it has a graveyard effect too that we'll see. So that's the main strategy, right? Is just get this guy out after clearing as much of the way as possible. Almost everything else here is just like a board breaker or a combo extender where we can threaten by getting one of the other Gem Knights out that actually does something, or even some links before we get locked. And then once we've eaten through their board or eaten through all their disruptions, we get Master Diamond, we get whatever we need to break the rest of their board, and then we just go in for a massive amount of damage. Should be fun, should be a nice change of pace from like the hand trap wars we normally see, and I'm excited to see how it goes. So without further ado, let's jump on in and see how this thing does on the ladder, baby. Standard Season 46 has begun. We're almost to Season 50. I don't know what that means, but, you know, big number with a 0 at the end. First duel, and we have lost the coin toss. And we're going second, just like we want to. Again, this is a blind second deck. Even if we do win the coin toss, we're gonna choose second, but it's actually better if we lose, because then our opponent doesn't know that we're on like a blind second deck. This is unfortunate. Well, maybe. We do have a 1-card starter. I'll let them get whatever they get, and then shuffle something back, and then maxi. So they get the X'd. They go there. They have a bunch of inherent summons. Oh no. Oh no. Damn it. I forgot. I forgot, chat. I changed the way the chain function worked. There's... they had the Ash anyway. Okay, it's fine. But if you don't know, there's an icon here. And the way I play it normally is there's an option where, like, if you hold down the left trigger or the left mouse button, it'll ask at every available moment if you want to activate something. And if you hold down the right mouse trigger, I don't know why I'm calling it a trigger, mouse button, then it'll never ask ever, essentially. It'll just turn the chain off. The way I have it now is it'll be auto by default, which it'll like ask at a major instance, or I could turn it off, or I can turn it on. And the reason why I did this is because I want to be able to just turn it off and then be able to gesture with my hands and not have to sit there and hold off for the whole time if I have like a Herald of Orange Light that I'm not going to activate. So I'm on different settings from normal. It didn't really matter this time again because they had the Ash, but if I mess up a few more times in the next couple duels, you'll know why. As for our opening hand, I mean, we have the Forbidden Droplet, which deals with the detonator. We have the Red Reboot that deals with the trap hole they just searched. And we have Dispersion. This is an interesting spell. Activate one of these effects. But you can only use each once per turn. So the spell is not once per turn, but it's basically twice per turn, because you can activate each of the 1 effects. One is add a gem from your deck or banishment to your hand. Any effect damage is halved. The second one is fusion summon a Gem Knight from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, or if you have Gem Knight fusion and a non-rock Gem Knight in your graveyard, you can use materials from your deck. So the fact that we have 2 of them means we do kind of have full combo, but both of them have to resolve. And it doesn't leave us with a whole lot of room. So now we're turning chain on. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We may not be fine. We're gonna take the Max C challenge and see what the heck we can do. See, now it's asking me at every conceivable thing. Okay, so we're gonna start with Dispersion. We're going to add a gem. If they have the other Ash, they have it and we can't do anything. And then I think because they only have the 1 monster on board, we're just going to Forbidden Droplet here. And we're going to send off the card we already activated. We don't need to negate the Duo Drive. All we're doing is negating the detonator. So we're going to try Nephirim. Nephirim, just if it's summoned, add a Gem Knight from your deck to your hand. Any effect damage your opponent takes is halved. And it's like, they've reformed Shaddoll Construct. She's a Gem Knight now. Fuck. Yeah, major misplay on my part. There is one option. We're gonna have to do something tricky. We're gonna set, and we're gonna try to go to the battle phase. Damn, they didn't even try to activate the trap. Do something silly. I'm just hoping they activate the Void Trap Hole and blow up the 2 back rows. And they did not. We're learning, it's fine. This was a really weird hand. It's only, oh, is it only face up? Well, I'm just dumb. You fucking what? Yeah, I mean, they already have it. Unfortunate. But, I mean, I guess that's the thing, right? I said before, this isn't as easy as, like, Tenpai. You just can't normal summon. I really needed to use the Forbidden Droplet, send the Gem Knight Fusion to the graveyard, because if I did that, it would have turned on the spell, especially if I had searched something other than Nefer. Like, if I had searched the Hollow Core, I could have sent the Gem Knight Garnet to the graveyard, and then I'd have both of the things I needed for it. Yeah, just a major misplay, but a misplay in, like, a situation you normally don't don't find yourself in. You usually don't have 2 of that spell and draw the Gem Knight fusion, but you've got to be able to learn to play with the weird hands that you get. That's what makes the deck fun. So I guess we'll include that just as a learning experience, and especially because I don't expect to lose much after this. We are going second, just as planned. That's why we have the counter up there. In many previous episodes, we've had a counter to see if we go first, and usually that's to like, see, well, we opened our Garnet. Usually that go first counter is to see if, whatchamacallit. Probably shouldn't have just activated that instantly. But it plays around triple tack, you know? But yeah, normally that go first counter is to see if our go first deck actually wins 50% of the coin tosses. This time it's like the opposite, because if we do go first, we have like nothing. We have no play. It's like maybe open Appaloosa and hope that our few hand traps get us where we're going. We don't have a fairy, so yeah, I guess we could just keep chain on. Looks like they're playing into it regardless, so it's fine that we activated it instantly. Yeah, I was gonna say, with this hand, we don't have the entire combo right off the bat, so it's better to save cards like Maxi and Fualos until you can get a guaranteed draw from it. Like, let them commit some stuff to the board and then go. Especially because we do also have some cards that are only useful when the opponent has monsters on the field. So if we do the Fualos or the Maxi during the draw phase and they decide to just pass on hand traps or whatever, then our deck is significantly weaker than if they committed a couple things to the board, we activate it, and then they decide to just pause there. You know, even if we don't get a draw. But we do, oh, they're going for Duo Drive. Okay. Drew a second Herald of Orange Light. And I'm not sure if I made it clear at the beginning. This really is a case of, this is not the optimal build. Most builds aren't playing 3 Herald of the Orange Light. I just thought it was really funny. If anything changes from this build, it'll be removing the Heralds of Orange Light. I don't mind if they have the field spell. My worry was that if I negated them, they would just end on the Duo Drive and not give me more draws. I don't care how big of a board they build, the more draws they give me, the more powerful I am. I have so many great go second tools, and I'm going to be drawing for turn. I would rather have them extend into the Fualos and also have the cross than have them end on like this and like an imperm and a void or whatever. Huh. They didn't extend into the duo or into the detonator. Anyone who said they were probably going to detonate or pass, you know, they did the opposite of that. Maxi? Yeah, I think we're fine. I don't care. Maxi me all you want. If they activate another trap, it'll just make the triple tack better. Oh wait, I actually can't make Prismora because I don't have a Thunder in the deck. Yeah, we can just make these two, so we're gonna go for Lady Rose. During your opponent's turn, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish a Gem Knight from your graveyard, target a card your opponent controls, destroy it. And we're going to do it by using you and you. 2 of them things. So we fusion, we get Lady Rose Diamond. They draw a card. If this is sent for fusion, you can add a card from your deck to the hand, from the graveyard to the hand. I don't want to do that. I just want to do the Nephirim. When this is sent to the graveyard, you can discard a card, and then... Oh, that really sucks. That's going to make things a bit more difficult. But yeah, you can discard a card and then summon her. Okay, so we're going to go Hollow Core now. We're going to send the Gem Knight Fusion to the graveyard and special summon this dude in defense position. Hello. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah, I think we want to try to do this here. That also hurts us. We do need to banish stuff. Let's banish the Quartz and go for the Cross. Now, they could use the Cross to stop it, yeah, but then we've baited out the Cross. More importantly, they activated an effect in the main phase, which means we can triple tack. And in this case, we just want to draw. We just want to get more cards from our deck. Brilliant fusion, you say? Well, don't mind if I do. First, let's use the Gem Armadillo. Normal summon, grab a dude. We're gonna grab another Quartz. Yeah. This will be a great test to see if they have something, because this searches Brilliant Fusion. Yeah. We're going to send it, see if they have an Ash or any other kind of negate. Nope. Okay. Let's activate Brilliant Fusion. And I think we're just going to make this guy because we've already almost got game. In fact, we might have game now that I think of it. We're going to send this. Oh, wait, we can't banish. I got to remember that. This, this, and another one of these. So we're going to do Diamond Dispersion. Let's go ahead real quick before we do anything else. Let's make this. We're going to Quartz to make a little room. This will also search us the last fairy in our deck, so now we'll have 2 Herald of Orange Light activations. That way, if they have, like, Nibiru and then something else, we could do everything. We could also get Dispersion. I don't think we need Dispersion. Yeah, and then we're going to activate this. Okay, and we're going to summon Ruby, who has a summon animation. We're going to summon Prismora. And we're going to summon Topaz. Lots of big guys. And we're going to use the Topaz effect. Send a Gem Knight from our hand to the graveyard. And pop a card. And we're just going to get rid of the Duo Drive. Because we have 10,000 damage on board. Now we have more than 10,000 damage. And we could do other stuff, but we don't need to. They got something they can activate. Ah, I see. I shouldn't have attacked it with my highest monster first. Or I should have used the Ruby effect. Did you use an effect, motherfucker? Get the hell out of here! Negate and destroy! Herald of Orange Light pays off! Yeah, replay the attack! They said I was a fool to play the Orange Light! Now, who's the fool, Ryzeal? And see, there you go. It's a fun, good time. And again, it's one of those things, this deck works so well sometimes that I forget to, like, do stuff that I probably, like, I should probably have attacked lowest to highest first in case they had the plugin. I probably should have used the Ruby to tribute something so it would be even higher when it did attack. I wasn't thinking about that stuff, but fortunately, the deck is good enough that, and that was through Max C and a fucking Lancia. Deck is great. I love it. He's not even a cool pose. He's just kind of like, whoa, watch out, buddy. All right, they have ended their board. After 10,000 years, we'll free. God damn it! Every single duel today, we've opened Gem Knight Fusion. Any other card would be preferable. Okay, let's destroy all attack position monsters. They must to negate that. So that gets negated. Then we triple tack. We take the Appaloosa. I will take this, thank you. Yeah, I'm negating that. Yarp. Let's go ahead and start with the Scatter Fusion. Everyone scatter! It's Gem Knight time! They've got the Ash. Yeah, we stopped that. Why not? We've still got one more monster negate, and we're about to get more on board, I think. I can make Ruby because I have the Garnet in the deck, but we actually don't want to do that. Instead, we're going to make Lady Rose. We're going to send you and you. We're going to summon this in attack mode. And I think we just do this one. We do this to get back this because we haven't normal summoned yet. I accidentally chained both. It's fine. It lets us get the Gem Knight Fusion in the graveyard. And then that just resolves for no effect. Get the Hollow Core. We activate the Hollow Core, which we can do because we play the Garnet. Then we're gonna make Phantom Quartz. We're gonna use the Phantom Quartz. Add a Maliss, then you can banish one card on the field. So, Hollow Core, when your opponent activates a card while you have a Gem Knight Fusion, banish 3 Gem Knights from your graveyard, including this card, and negate the activation, then all Gem Knights gain 1,000 attack. So, yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that now. Because I can. We'll banish the Hollow Core and the Quartz. A neat bit of negation. And then everyone gets bigger, buddies. We're going to add the Dispersion from our deck to our hand. We're going to Phantom Quartz. Pay 1,000. We're going to summon, yeah, Lady Brilliant. We can shuffle the banished cards back into our deck to make it. Oh, everyone's attack and defense is shifted. That's funny. Okay. Normally you want to tribute off this stuff, but because it's working like this, we're gonna do this instead. We're gonna use this to get the Master Diamond, or the Diamond Dispersion, I should say. We're gonna tribute this off, and we're going to summon Ruby. We're gonna summon Aquamarine. And yeah, I think we go for Prismora. So let's go ahead. We're gonna Gem Knight Fusion. We're going to banish this to add it back. We're going to Prismora, discard the fusion, pop the red ransom. Thank you very much. We're going to Gem Knight Ruby, tribute off a monster, and gain that much attack. When this leaves the field, we could target a card and return it to the extra deck, or return it to the hand, rather. Yeah, I think we return... Does this have any battle effect? No, we're gonna return this so they can't, like, use it with some kind of shenanigans. And then, brilliant Master Diamond! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun! I don't think we need to do this, but it is very funny. And we get to see the summon animation. And then, fuck it, we don't need the dispersion. Let's just send this off. Give him all his attack back. Battle phase. 3,900. 3,500. 2,450. And for game. Shame we don't have Topaz in rotation, but yeah, we had enough to kill them into the sun. Again, we had extra stuff. We could have done other things. We could have done different stuff, but that was enough. We had it even before then. We didn't even have to use the Brilliant Fusion, just to show how much this deck can extend. All right, we're going second. We got the bird. We got a starter. We got 2 lightning storms. I think we do still want to wait for them to do something. We're just letting them know what we have. That'll trigger Fuelos. Go, Fuelos. Get me the tools. 1. Another starter. That is something, I still wish that, like, you didn't have to hover over to see the, like, this. I think this should be on negated cards by default. Just to make it easy to see at a glance who's negated, you know? 2 draws. Brum, 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 brum. Ah, Tachyon Transmigration. You must to control a Galaxy Eyes monster. Is Tachyon good at going first or second now? I won the coin toss and elected to go second. I think they didn't want to go second with this deck. Okay, now they're in attack mode. The funny thing about this is, like, yeah, I have the red reboot. So, like, if they have the Tachyon Transmigration, I can stop it. But this isn't once per turn. So if they search 2 of them, which they often can, because it's a counter trap, they can, like, Tachyon... I thought it did everything in the chain. I was like, that would be funny if, like, I did something, they Tachyon Transmigration, I red reboot, they Tachyon again, and it negates their own first Transmigration. But no, it only works for, my cards in the chain. So I'm going to have to play carefully. Although, I have all the cards in the world. On Lightning Storm, you can only activate 1, but I believe Tachyon Transmigration negates the activation, doesn't it? Where was that at? Negate the activations of the spell trap, yeah. Which, that's one of those, like, this is a lawyer game for lawyer kind of things, where it's like, if it says you can only activate once per turn, so if I Lightning Storm, they Transmigration, I can Lightning Storm again, because it negates the activation. If it says you can only use 1 effect per turn, you use it even if the activation is negated. Likewise, if you have a card like Ash Blossom that says negate the effect but doesn't negate the activation, it's like,
well, you activated it, so what can I say?
You could special summon this to either field, I see. And now I can't Lightning Storm. That is unfortunate. I would like to Lightning Storm, please. And now they got 2 of them things. We're gonna thrust and see if they negate that. And we're just gonna get Triple Tactics Talent. Set it to the field? No, no, no. I would like it in my hand, please. Oh, they didn't do it during the okay. Well, that's useless for now. We are going to activate Hollow Core. We'll send the Gem Knight Fusion. Hollow Core has been summoned. And then they can summon a Bystial. Interesting that they're going for the Magnamut. Oh, they have the other one already. Gotcha. It may be hard to OTK them from this point, chat. Now they have done that though, so we can triple tactics talent. Let's just, let's take a little peek, shall we? Let's just take a looky-loo. Okay, they use that. Yeah, I think we know what the hand is. It was basically just trying to get rid of one of their disruptions. I think this will get rid of another one. 2 monsters with different types. Target 1 monster for hire and 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy them. So we can just destroy the Galaxy Eyes, and then if they don't have that, they can't use the counter trap. And it doesn't stop us from attacking directly, unlike SP Little Knight. So me and you. And they have to use one of them on that. And then I can red reboot, and they have to use the other one on that. So that uses all of their counter traps. Yep, the Tachyon Transmigration. It negates everything in the chain immediately. Okay. And now we have no cards. Let's just get rid of the attack position monsters. I don't want to have to deal with that. And normal summon. Normal summon, we're going to get Quartz because we've already used Hollow Core. We're going to activate Quartz, which lets us send a continuous fusion spell. And from here, it's so over. It's so incredibly over. Unless they have something I don't expect, but I think we know what the last card is. Also, if you didn't know, Nephrom is just like immediately normal summon a gem monster. So if you have Gem Armadillo, it's just like, hey, you want some free shit? Here's some free shit. Gem Knight Garnet, why not? Why not? He's neat.
I just think they're neat.
So now I just have to see, okay, do I have 3 I just need to get 3 gem monsters into the graveyard so I can negate the Bystial before it even comes out. So we could just send this and another Hollow Core. We can Gem Knight Fusion and just our cup runneth over. Let's get the Master. This will make its attack and defense become 0. And we can just tribute it off. Let's go ahead and make Quartz to clear some room. Last card is Battle Fader. Doesn't matter what the last card is. We have a negate up. Just get the second Dispersion. Why not? Yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to use this. And we're going to summon Ruby, of course. Ruby, 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 Ruby! Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I think we're going to go for Topaz this time. Topaz, if you don't know, can attack twice, and when it destroys something by battle, it deals damage equal to the attack it had. So the neat thing about this, right, is we can activate Phantom Quartz. We can make Master Diamond by shuffling like 3 cards back. And then Master Diamond can steal the effect of a Gem Knight in the graveyard. So Ruby, tribute the Topaz. I didn't even need to make the Aquamarine, I don't know why. And then Master Diamond steal the Topaz effect. So now Master Diamond can attack twice and deals burn damage equal to the monsters that he destroys. The attack of the monster. And because all the stuff says you deal half burn damage during the main phase, they just take 25-25. Not worth living in. And then Aquamarine can get in for that last... Oh wait, no. Aquamarine still can't do it. But yeah, this guy does piercing and has 43, so even if they summon the thing and like I let it go through and didn't negate it with the Hollow Core, you're still just dying by like burn damage. Attack for 43. And that's, even if this didn't do piercing damage, yeah, and we're just gonna like, nah, I don't think you will. Let's just do that and negate it, and there you go. And yeah, that's, I guess if we went first, what we would want to do is make Lady Rose and put Hollow Core in the graveyard. Wait, does Hollow Core activate on my turn? I think it's only during your turn. Oh snap, win and we gain a rank. Wait, I'm not ready. Wait, I'm not ready. 1 second, we gotta wait for the timer to go down so it doesn't look like we're instantly choosing. I want to make it seem like, 1 second. I have a thing for this. I have a thing for this. It's hot as hell, but it's gonna work. All right. It is time for us to show them the power of the knight. It looks weird from the front, but trust me, it's like a knight helmet. Also, that's very hot. We can fortunately put that up. Very neat thing. Is that fucking true Draco? Are we playing true Draco to rank up? I mean, to be fair, if they activate that thing that says I can't activate monster effects, that might be enough for us. Or skill drain? To also be fair, what is this if I activate anything? Add a true Draco or true King. Okay. So they activate anything and then both of these are on. Molcharmy literally useless. Apocalypse. Okay. Do you have another floodgate? I guess we're about to find out. Go Nephirim. Search me the tools. Did you activate a goddamn monster effect? Your days are numbered. So they get Dynamite Knight. We already got Brilliant Fusion, so let's just get Hollow Core. And then the only question is, what the hell is this? Let's Thrust. For Harpy's Feather Duster. Set it? No. No, I think I'd like to add it to my hand. And yeah, unfortunately for a deck like this, I think that just means the end of them. Thruster for Duster is pretty strong against a deck that's relying on a trap to kill me. Target one monster? Oh no, not my Nephirim. Okay. Let's find out what this back row is. They do get another thing. You could activate it, that would be funny. No. They think they're going to be able to return. It was Skill Drain! Take that! Your Skill Drain won't help you now! Hollow. So we're gonna Hollow Core. We're gonna be brilliant about it. We're gonna make Lady Brilliant Diamond, actually, and yeah, that's all. Because Lady Brilliant can tribute off a monster to summon any card from the extra deck. So we can make it, tribute the Hollow Core, get the Dispersion Diamond guy, then use him to summon 3 guys, then add back the Gem Knight Fusion and discard it to give the Lady Brilliant her attack back, then triple tack to draw 3 cards, all sorts of neat stuff, but unfortunately our opponent was playing a deck from like 2014, so they didn't stand a chance. I'm surprised they made it into Diamond, but there we go. I guess these days you can get into Diamond with stuff like that. Or who knows, maybe they played Maliss up until now, and now they're just trying to do it. But either way, we got our way up into Diamond 4. We're progressing quite nicely after a little rough patch at the beginning. And you got to see a cool new hat. How often do you get to see that? Don't say every month. Pretty darn good hand. No max C or anything, but... Oh. Stun, is it? Unfortunate. Yeah, the Ryzeal actually makes it kind of suck, but I think we're still good. We still want to get rid of the back row, because that's way more important. Yeah, we don't have to deal with the Solemn Strike. Fortunately, Quartz sets from the deck, so that doesn't stop us. And we can try to Scatter Fusion first, see if they have, like, Ghost Ogre or something stupid like that. And we're just going to activate the Nephirim. Send Nephirim. That way we get it on without using our normal summon. We're going to activate the Hollow Core. They got something they can activate. I don't know what it is. So let's do this. We'll set Brilliant Fusion. And now we have more than 3 in the graveyard, so we can just make Quartz. Quartz can't search. But now if we negate, we can set it back to do other stuff. And we're just gonna do this. Yeah, we go Master Diamond. We'll send the Garnet. Garnet can feel special. Do we want to add one? Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's add back the Garnet. We need to put on more damage. Fuck you. I'll summon Garnet. Yeah, that's why he's here. He has 1900. Dominus Impulse. How about no? How about no? What about all your precious trap cards? If they were now negated, how about no? How about no? Yeah, and then we don't even need to go for like Master Diamond. Everyone gains 1,000. Fucking guys are big, yeah. Just get 3 guys and then Garnet's up at 2,900. Like, now's my chance. Like, oh, they surrendered. Oh, they saw what was coming and they flinched. They're like, I'm out of here. This deck is bullshit. Update available. Okay. Well, I guess we're done playing for now. Oh, shit. Oh, 1 second. I don't have the right hat on. Don't look. Don't look, I'm bald. You don't want to see that. It's like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. Hardleg doesn't have hair. All right, knights and squires, let's suit up and prepare to go into Diamond 3. Is that what? Diamond 3, yeah. We got a Charmy. Charmies are cool, you know? Let's see, I'll say no to that. Again, I want to wait for them to commit to something. I have one starter, but I would like multiple starters if possible. Oh, this is not sitting there. There we go. It doesn't look super... Whoa, wait, what? So they're okay, so this is a nice window into what we could be playing. The Go First Gem Knights. It's a mirror. Lock in. And Tearlaments. Yeah, we'll just do this. Hopefully they don't have Ash Blossom. I can't imagine they would with a combo deck like this. No, but they are playing Drollin Lock. And a crime! They get the Lurry. Summon the Lurry. Alright, I get at least one draw. They just walling up. And then they can activate this during my turn. Alright, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have a monster, so I can't stop them from activating the Redo. Although, does Redo attaches for effect, right? Yeah, so I can stop that. If and I want to. Yeah, I think we'll just do this now. Yep, we'll just send off the one. Oh. Oh, I got confused over the wrong fucking effect. I'm dumb. That was a major misplay. And can it play through Feather Duster or Lightning Storm? Amethyst. Return all set spell traps from the field to the hand. Huh. I guess we hit this. Get a Tearlament trap back if you want. That'll help you for the next turn that ain't coming. Okay, GG I suppose. Let's add a gem monster. Let's go for Nephirim. Nephirim, normal summon, activate, get Forts, Forts activate, get Brilliant Diffusion, and there you go. I don't know what the hell they were trying to do. Where's your bat? Oh, the bat's right here. I don't think it really fits being a knight, you know, maybe a modern knight, but I look more like a deranged, like, suburban man. I'd say homeless man, but honestly, I'm more scared of, like, the suburban dads who are just, like, a little too into it, you know what I mean? Ooh, the leaves. Got a pretty good hand. Let's wait to see what Yoshi does. Place one Diabell Star, okay. Add one Diabell Star, okay. Oh yeah, that's legal still. Nah. Okay. The number of cards your opponent controls plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I only get 13 cards. Fair and balanced! Oh yeah, let's just start with this. Whoa! Not today, buddy. Unless you got another one of those. They're like, I don't want to draw Imperm next turn. Just destroy it. Just get out of here. I think we start with Scatter Fusion. See if they've got an Ash or something here. And if not, then it's really just game. Yeah, we're just gonna make Lady Rose. We're gonna send a Garnet and one of you. No, I don't want to activate anything, add anything back. Yeah. We're gonna stop that. Gonna send off this. We're gonna send off one of these. We're gonna send off the other one of these. And yeah, I guess we're gonna send off this. I want to save that for a hand trap. This is effect, yeah. What if you didn't exist? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're negated, you're negated, you're negated, and you're negated. That was a long-ass chain. Anyway, let's make sure you got nothing in your hand that I have to worry about. Ah, okay. Yeah, just get rid of that. Anyway, Brilliant Fusion. Let's make this guy. So this, discard the Hollow Core, summon itself. This, add the Hollow Core back to hee hee. Grab a Dispersion, just cuz. And yeah, this is like over. We're just gonna get all the big boys. Me and the boys are coming down to your house to wreck up the place. They need 2,500 on the field. They can't activate it this turn though, can they? Oh, yeah, they're under a red reboot anyway. Let's go for Lady Brilliant. You plus, do I have any cards left? I only have one Gem Knight left in my deck. I have to use Gem Knights in my hand. Let's put that back in here. So, Master Diamond, we're gonna get Tourmaline. Ruby is going to tribute off the Nephirim battle phase. You're negated, right? Yeah, that doesn't put stuff into the graveyard as cost. 28. Yeah, you're negated, right? Continue the attack? Yeah, I think I will. 18. Go, Ruby! Get the absolute overkill! I was like, wow, this deck is so powerful. And I forgot I did draw like 12 cards off the Molcharmy. Because they decided to just they're like, fuck it, you know, we're gonna summon as many things as we possibly can. Going for the Max C challenge. Or to be fair, it's the Charmy challenge. And welcome back to stream number 2 of Gem Nights. A whole weekend has passed since you've seen me last, and nothing much has changed. The meta is still the same, I'm still the same, and we haven't played any duels or anything. Mostly because I wasn't feeling all that well over the weekend. I'm still not 100%. I am feeling better though, but if I seem a little tired today, that's why. But we should still be good. I'm confident that this deck can make it into Master, even if I don't play a whole bunch off camera, because the deck's just been performing really well and I'm only getting better at it. And today, we're actually making a change to the deck. I'm not sure I'd necessarily call this an upgrade, because I think the best version of Gem Knights is the pure version with just a bunch of board breakers. But a lot of people have been asking me about adding a Shoutout engine into this. It's a common splash that several duelists have made, and I figured why not? You know, if you've been following the last couple episodes, we've been trying to do a bunch of variety, experimenting with different ideals, and I figured we'd try this out just to see how it works. And basically what we're doing is we're playing Shoutout Fusion, which if you're unfamiliar, lets you fusion summon a Shoutout using monsters from your hand or field, or if your opponent controls an extra deck monster, you can use monsters in your deck as material instead. So going second, if they have anything like say a Link from the Maliss or an Ixie from the Ryzeal player, then we can make a Shoutout using cards in our deck. What we're going to be making 90% of the time is El Shoutout Construct. It requires a Shoutout and a light monster. So we're going to send Nesh Shoutout Genius and Gem Knight Nephirim. Both of these have effects when they're sent to the graveyard. Genius says target a monster, neither player can activate its effects these turns. So, you know, you can target a detonator and just make sure that they can't detonate for the rest of your turn. And then Nephirim, of course, is a 1-card starter. You can discard a card when it's sent to the graveyard to summon it, and then it searches anything else in the deck. You know, you can get a Quartz, use Quartz to get Brilliant Fusion. If you already have it, you can get Hollow Core, get a second monster, make your way into Phantom Quartz, and just go from there. And then in addition to that, you know, as if that weren't enough, when El Shoutout Construct is summoned, she sends another Shoutout from your deck to the graveyard. And all the Shoutauts have those grave effects. So we're playing a copy of Dragon to send, because this will pop a card when it's sent to the graveyard. Or pop a spell trap specifically, I should say. You know, not always going to be useful, but again, specifically when you're dealing with Maliss and Ryzeal, you can get rid of the field spell, you can get rid of one of the traps in the back row, and then just go off from there. It feels a little win more to me, but it is like a good go second card that can just deal with a couple things while getting you an extra 2800 beater on board. Of course, it does also put a couple of garnets in the deck, which is why we're playing 42. We're just trying to raise how many cards are in the deck to make the number of garnets lower. Other than that, the deck is pretty much the same. I mean, we added 2 cards into the extra deck. I think we took out a Link and like a Baguska or something, but we never summoned those anyway. And we just added in the Construct, and we do have 1 Winda. There's a chance this comes up, but it's pretty difficult to summon with what we have. But, you know, it's another go first option. We can lock our opponent out of summoning if we want to. Fun. We still haven't, like, no one's made us go first yet, so I think we're pretty good on that front. But yeah, that's enough yapping. Let's go ahead and jump back onto the ladder and see if we can OTK our way into Master 1. Maybe not tonight, but, you know, we're gonna get there. We're gonna go along the road. I'm confident this deck will perform well. This deck would be bad enough if it just made this board, but the fact that it draws you so that you end on with like 6 cards in hand in a format that has like Maxi is just like a war crime. Because we drew Nephirim, we're going to start with the Thrust. And of course they have Ash. We are going to normal summon this. Yeah, I think we just lose here, unfortunately. Wait, no, we can use this effect. Yeah, so we get another normal summon, unless they want to negate that as well. No. Okay, so we gem Armadillo. If they want to Appaloosa that, then, yeah, then they've beaten through this, but we still have, Phantom Quartz. We can Phantom our Quartz! Let's try to get a search. Boom. Okay, they're using the bounce here, which does deny us the fusion summon. Wait, they're giving me back that extra fusion material. They have Droll on top of everything. Actually, we don't get Hollow Core because we have enough Gem Knights in our hand. We could just fuse something. No, we just go for Hollow Core. Okay, so we get Hollow Core. They've only got 1 more interaction that we know of. So let's Hollow Core, send the Gem Knight fusion. Yep, and then we gotta run this out. Scatter fusion. It's like Brilliant Fusion, but with fundamental differences. Okay, activate March Hare. Yeah, I think that killed... Well, not entirely, but mostly. So we could set a, oh. I guess they can wait till it gets up to activate it. But we could Gem Knight Fusion now. Banish this, add this back to my hand. Now we can Gem Knight Fusion. So we send everything to make Dispersion. Then we Brilliant Fusion! I know you want to negate the Brilliant Fusion. That's such a powerful card. Oh, buddy. What if I negated your negate? Hollow Core. Special summon a Maliss. Okay. So I think we go for Lady Rose so we can start popping some shit. Let's go for you and you. Okay, so we go for Lady Rose. We'll add a Banished Gem Knight back. They will activate a monster effect. Did you just activate a fucking monster effect? Get that shit out of my face. They no longer control a Maliss Link monster. That's pretty funny. I'm not quite sure if we have enough to OTK, but we're gonna try. And there's the Nibiru. Again, you know, this would have been a great duel if not for exactly Max C protecting the strongest deck in the game. Fuck your field spell. Yep, you know, I think I had game there, or at least close to it. I could have done some great stuff. Bye-bye. Back to the hand with ye. They know I can do more things. What can I make with this? Part of me is like, I should just leave this out here, but no, they can get rid of anything. I ain't done, fucker. Seraphonite. Fairy and a rock, yeah. My hope is, like, if I just keep going like this, then eventually they'll be like, fuck, I'm dead, and surrender. Either that or they'll run out of time. Yeah, that's the one hope, is that, like, we time limit win. Can they kill me before they run out of time? They spent a lot of time deciding on what they were going to do. Let's see. Goodbye. But I guess we keep that in there just to show that, like, yeah, you know, well, one, Maliss is broken. This is before the ban list, and they're going to get hit. But they're specifically broken because they draw you cards in a format where Max C exists, which lets them draw into every other hand trap known to man. Just terrible. Just an awful dog shit game, calculating. Oh no, it finally happened, chat! Someone has made me go first! Shit, we have no plans for this. We just pass. I couldn't make anything if I wanted to. We just gotta hope that these two cards do it. Fuck. Yup, it's the mirror match. And they have the Ash. I'm surprised they're even playing Ash. I don't even bother. Would you set droplets? I would set droplets if not for the mole Charmy. Because if I set droplets, I can't Charmy. And in this case, I needed both. Without Nib, we might be dead. Yeah, but they don't know that I don't have Nib. We just gotta hope that they don't take the Max C challenge, you know? Oh, they drew 2 Ash. Jeez. Now, fortunately, I don't have a monster, so they can't use the dispersion to its full ability. But they have Brilliant Fusion. Yep, and we'll just take the damage. A salute to you, fellow knight.
Here we go again.
Looks like they didn't build the best. That's a pretty good one. That's a nice one. They didn't end on the big chungus. Okay, no Ash. Let's grab this. Droll. Yeah, Droll is fine. So now I can triple tactics talent. And I can steal your Appaloosa. Oh! Cross out designator for the triple tack. I don't think I've seen that. Okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna send off the triple tactics talent and the thrust. And be like, fine, if I can't steal it, it's just getting negated. We're negating you, and we're negating you. And we're not negating the firewall because up to the number of co-linked cards, they don't have anything co-linked to this card, so it's fine. Okay, we're gonna Hollow Core. We're going to Nephirim. We're gonna make Phantom even though it can't search, because that'll get 3 Gem Knight cards in the graveyard. So if they do somehow have something that stops Quartz, we now have the ability to negate it. Oh, they get back the White Binder, and then they just banish everything out of my graveyard. Weird, I thought I would be able to negate this. 3 Gem Knights, including this one. So it should be itself, plus Nephirim, plus the Fusion. Oh, we need a Fusion monster on the field. Okay. But she came back. Yeah, I always forget that Hollow Core requires you to have a Fusion too. Fortunately, this can Fusion by shuffling back the cards that are banished. So we can make a Lady Rose by putting this and this back. Just in case they got anything else. And then we will Quartz. Hi there. Nice to meet you. Yeah. We'll add back you. So we will use Dispersion. We'll get the standard crew. Big Swordy Man. The Bouncinator. The Ugly One. The Fire Truck Freak. Oh, Gem Knight Fusion is banished. Shit. Yep, I made a miscalculation here. Okay. Let's get big, big, big. And I guess we return Heart's Cryptor. Big. I'm not sure if this is enough to OTK, but I guess we're gonna find out. Battle phase. Okay, let's go over this one. That's 5,100. 27. Then we attack this. Burn damage. And then we attack this. And I don't think it does any burn damage. They survive. They can't play. Yeah. Let's just destroy that. Oh shit. Oh, then they have to pay 300. Oh, it's only if they... Yeah, if they want to summon it, they have to pay 300 and they can't. Oh yeah, if we had crashed, then we would have brought back Master Dispersion. I always forget it has that effect. Normal summon Maxi. Make Lingaribo. And surrender. There you go, we finally beat Maliss. Alright, Hard Knights. One more duel, and we get to take the kingdom. Let us charge forth like the light brigade of old, and I don't know. I should really have gotten like a fake sword or something. All I got is this bat. Bat knights would be interesting. And not like a Batman knight, like a knight that like uses like a baseball bat or like a club. I guess it's like a mace, kinda. It's mace-like, you know. I'm just realizing I put this on backwards. Ah, I see. Let us Tualos. Ah, I see. Let us Maximum C. That's even worse for you, Johnny. Charge of the Light Brigade is a famous British... Yeah. I don't know why I was like, you know, Knights, Charge of the Light Brigade. That was like the war for the Crimea, which is I think like 1800s. That's like guys with guns and stuff. That is not Knights. Okay. I guess we get rid of whatever the back row is. Go Lightning Storm! Ah, Maxi of your own. Unless they get exactly Nibiru, that ain't helping them much. Okay. Scatter! So there's one. We're gonna summon this. There's two. I think we're gonna get to exactly 5 summons, but I want to be safe. Let's 3. Can they do something? Lancia. Fuck, I forgot about that. Let me think about this. Okay. Yeah, it has 0 attack. Normally you can, like, trigger the Gem Knight fusion to get something back and then do stuff from there. Sure. And then we just do this. And if they don't have exactly Nibiru now, we win. And if they do, then they probably win. Because I got cocky and arrogant. Battle phase. Okay, they didn't get to Nibiru. We did it. We got him. Maxi challenge successful. And with that, we rank up into Diamond 2. Easy peasy. I wouldn't say completely easy peasy, because we've had some bad duels, but, you know, like last time, we had a little bit of a rough start, followed by a whole bunch of wins. Another day, another duel, another time, another fool. Although this fool thinks themselves a hero, chat. Do you think they're playing what's equal to their name? Oh yeah, you can't see the name because I'm in front of it. They've got the football field, and we're up against Hero Neos, the most heroic Neos. Normal summon Drollin Lock. I'm gonna Foolos here, because I feel like you're gonna make Almirage or something. Also, if you're wondering what that sound was, it's what happens when you click on this. I was like, does anything... Oh, the little things in here. Usually there's some kind of animation. It's very minimal. Oh, Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I see. Okay, so we're against Blue Eyes. Lightning Storm usually goes pretty hard against Blue Eyes. Oh, especially when they're on, like, bad cards. Maybe they'll make Floodgates that you can Lightning. Yeah, we'll see. Draw 1 card. Normal summon again. That 1 card turned out to be very useful. I'm sorry, fucking Blackluster Soldier? Oh. Dragon Master Magia. And then they're sending that. What else can they get? I mean, this is theoretically 3 negates. And Jet Dragon. Okay. So when your opponent activates, you can negate the activation, and if you do... Okay, so it does negate the activation. You can only use it once per turn on monster spells and traps. So, I mean, cool deck. Lightning Storm. Let's destroy all the... Oh, wait. Fuck. Other cards you control cannot be destroyed. So we have to try to go for the monsters to get rid of the Jet Dragon. Oh, and they just let it go. That might be a little problem, but I think we're still fine. Let's normal summon Nephirim. Will they use their monster negate here? Special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Jet's name isn't Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? Okay. We get Hollow Core. They do get to draw a card. If they draw Max C or something, I will be a little disappointed. Let's activate Hollow Core. Send the fusion. Okay, they're negating the Hollow Core. At least it's in the graveyard now. So then we will Quartz to try to get Scatter Fusion. There's the Spell Negate. And then we will Brilliant Fusion. We're gonna make Dispersion. This is at a Gem Knight. Okay, so we're going to Chain Link 1 Nephirim. Chain Link 2 this. Oh wait, we just discarded the Lightning Storm because we already used it anyway. I was like, what you can normally do is like add back a card and then immediately discard it. I should have sent another one. It's fine. What's the chances that that last card is exactly Nibiru? Okay, now we make Quartz. Phantom Quartz gets the Dispersion. We haven't used the other effect yet. We use the Dispersion. Fusion Summon. Brilliant! Then we're going to do this. And we're going to get... Yeah, you... And you... I think you, actually. We're going to start with the Fusion. We're going to banish the Dispersion. And then we're going to use Prismora's effect to discard this and pop the True Light. True Light effect activates. Can they negate that with Magia? Why are you summoning Jet now? Sure. So summon Jet now, and then True Light blows everything up. And then I don't even need to summon Master Diamond because I already have game. So a good attempt from Hero Neos. They tried so far and they got so hard. Oh nice, the little soccer balls go out. That's kind of neat. It ain't enough, but it neat. Oh shit, we're about to rank up. Last time we were gonna rank up, we went up against the #1 Blue Eyes player, and we got stomped by Blue Eyes, which I would show, except it was like a 30-minute duel, and by the end I was so concentrating I just wasn't giving commentary. But you know, if you want to see it, check out Raw Hardleg, the VOD channel. Okay. They summon, they get the Primite, we activate the Charmy. This hopefully either baits an Ash, or makes them end on a lesser board, or they give us like 2 draws. Now, if they do pass, the Shadal Fusion is useless, which is, you know, this is like the 3rd or 4th time this happens, where like, because the only hand traps we play are the Charmies and Max C, having the Shadal Fusion kind of is a nombo against those, because a lot of players, when hit by those, will make a lesser end board that doesn't have an extra deck monster. And then the Shadal Fusion is just a dead card in hand. So, you know, that's maybe a reason why we shouldn't play that. But I've heard that next week, or not next week, tonight actually. Later tonight they're updating Master Duel and they're adding Mitsurugi. And more than one person has been like,
Joe, are you gonna play the Mitsurugi Gem Knights?
I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't think you could combine them. Apparently you can, so Maybe? We still haven't tried out. There's also Fiendsmith Gem Knights. Although I don't quite... I mean, I get that because it gives you something to do going first, but so far no one's made... We've only had one person make us go first. I was gonna say no one made us go first, but we did go first one time. But going second, I feel like it doesn't add... I would just rather play more board breakers. So they've got Drill Beam, they've got a Pop. I mean, we could stop one of those, and Max C. This is like the 5th duel in a row where we've been hit by Max C. Go, Gem Armadillo. Show them the meaning of haste. Ah, they're using this. I think we just lose then. Unfortunately, too many board breakers. And Shoutout Fusion just useless in hand. Oh wait, they use this, which means we could red reboot. And because this is a counter trap, they can't chain the other thing to it. So we actually do get to continue. Thank you, red reboot. I appreciate it. And yeah, we just go straight for this, because they can't really stop it. Yeah, we're going to chain link 1, chain link 2. We're just going to add Hollow Core and discard it. I want to keep the negate on board, even though it makes more sense to discard the red reboot. We can get a Hollow Core this way. At this point, I think we can just OTK, so we should keep it pretty simple. Let's get Dispersion. Let's make the Link 2. Get the other Dispersion. That's twice as many. Okay, so they Drill Beam here. We are going to negate. And then we're going to chain this so that all the monsters that come out gain the 1,000 attack. And then we don't even have to make Master Diamond or anything. And then if they don't have exactly Nibiru right here, I think we got him. Droll. You had me spooked for a second there, buddy. And, okay, well, they had the Nibiru exactly right there. Son of a bitch! I think we still got it, though, because we can activate Hollow Core, send the Gem Knight Fusion, we can activate Dispersion, we can Fusion Summon, and Ash Blossom. Yeah, I think we learned before. I could end on a single negate, or I could end on a big, big monster. They still have the trap that destroys. Yeah, we just have to wait, unfortunately. Another game lost by Max C. You know, it really sucks where I was like, this is one of the few decks where I thought I could get away with not having to play Ash and Called By. Because in a lot of cases, we can play through the Max C and get stuff. But when people are playing Nibiru and Ash and Droll and Valor on top of whatever they're doing, you know, Max C just wins the game. Even when we can take the challenge sometimes, we can't take it consistently enough for it to actually do anything. This whole game, no matter what deck you play, except for Flu Under Ease, is just based around, can you resolve Max C? I feel like the Shoutout doesn't do us. Yeah. To be fair, the Shoutout Fusion is only dead because we're playing against a bunch of Blue Eyes decks. But yeah, I'm absolutely taking the Shoutout stuff out next. Because exactly the reason I stated at the start of this duel. If you Max C them and they don't end on an extra deck monster, it's just a dead card in hand. Nope. Not this turn. Go back to sleep. If you want to get over the Nibiru token, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Oh no! It's our good old friend, chat. Bar on the floor. Oh, and red reboot doesn't negate. Ripperoni. R.I.P. in peace. Alright, so after that last duel, we're making some changes. As you probably guessed, we're taking out the Shoutout package. It's just not consistent enough. It feels a little win more. It was nice to try it out, but it never quite worked the way we were hoping it would work. And instead we're putting in a bunch of stuff specifically to stop Max C and other hand traps. That's why we're going in hard on the Called By and the Crossout. I think these are more important for a go second deck, because not only can this stop the hand traps, it can also stop anything they happen to have in the graveyard. Ashe and Droll are decent at stopping Max C, but the reason most people play Ashe at 3 is because if you're going second, it can be used to disrupt your opponent. If you're going first, it can stop Max C. We're never going first, and honestly, the Droll is usually a little bit better, but since we're going in hard on the Crossout Designator, I figured we'd just play one of each, and one Lancia. You know, maybe this helps us win against a Maliss deck or something like that. If nothing else, it'll hopefully stop us from being hit by Lancia during our turn, because that shit kind of sucks. I'm almost done for the night. I don't think we'll be actually playing any duels with this stream, but stream 3 will start in fresh with a strong, pure Gem Knight deck, kind of outfitted with better hand trap lineup, and see if this will do better against the Mitsurugi and everything. And here we are, knights and squires, the dawn of stream number 3. And even though it's only been a day since you've seen me, a lot has changed. We have a new pack in the shop, and it looks to be quite impactful. I said that like it's a pun. I don't know what's going up. But yeah, that's a whole bunch of stuff. We got the new Orcust stuff, which I think was meta in the OCG briefly, so we might be seeing some of that. We've got the new Dragon Rulers that fleshes out the rest of that archetype. I've heard it's not very good, but it is at least like rogue, so we might run into that. There's new Argo Stars card, just one. There's Ancient Fairy Dragon stuff. And of course, then there's Mitsurugi, which is like a #1 deck in the TCG and has been for a while. Ritual reptile archetype that is not only really strong on its own, but fairly easy to splash into a whole bunch of decks in the same way that Fiendsmith is. And what this does is it gives you this guy, a 3200 board wipe, like basically Raigeki on legs, that also has a weird form of negation. This, like, if you want to activate an effect, you must discard a card first. So it's like a discard or a negate, depending on how many cards they have in their hand. So pretty powerful deck, pretty powerful engine, and undoubtedly we will be running into this. And who knows, I've heard that you can splash this into Gem Knights and run like Gem Knight Mitsurugi. I'm pretty low on gems. Like, not the Gem Knights, I'm low on, like, the gems you use to buy the packs and everything. So I'm not sure if I want to go in on a big, huge deck right now, but maybe, we'll see. For now, we're going to be sticking with what we built last time. We went through the trouble of making this build, and then only played a couple duels before the end of the night. I want to try this out more, see how this goes, especially because there's been a new ban list enacted, which hits the Maliss cards significantly. It reduces their consistency. And Baguska has been banned, which is something that's been giving us quite a bit of trouble in the past. So, it's a give and take. Maliss has been hit, but there's this new thing we have to worry about. It'll be interesting to try to see if our board breakers will need to be switched up, if maybe having all these like singleton cards to deal with individual threats, stuff like the Lancia, will be useless now. I know that Mitsurugi in particular dies really hard to Droll, so we may end up even switching out the Ashe and just going pure Droll. But for now, we're going to try this out, see how it works, and then we'll make changes based on the results. Oh snap. One more win and we rank up. I'm not ready. My hat. Second. Hold up. Mr. Metal, don't show any of this. I need to look cool. Don't let me not look cool. Okay. And now we're here. We're ready. We're going in. We're facing our opponent. We're gonna rank up, except it's been spinning for like 10 seconds now. Did they see the go second and they're like, I'm not fighting Tempai. Quick, pull the Wi-Fi router. Quick, get out of here. Did I stumble and almost... No! It's fine. Now we're prepared. Wait, what? What do you mean? Why am I not ranking up? Did I lost that somehow? Why did I lose that? That's bullshit. I guess do include that, Mr. Metal, because that was bullshit. What the fuck? Oh, it's Ghoti. I was too busy thinking about the previous duel, I didn't even realize this one. What's this? They've hardly got anything. We know how to counter it? Yeah. Like, we just wait for them to make the big, huge Ghoti from beyond. And then we negate that. And everything else, like a targeted singleton negate, isn't going to deal with the board. Okay, so we get the hollow core here. We're going to hollow out our core. Max C. This is why we played the called by. Fuck you, Max C. Go die in a fire. Okay, well, if that's the case, we're doing this. We're going to send off the called by, and we're going to send off the hollow core. And we're just going to negate both the tuners. Negate both of the tuners and stop the summon. And then we're just going to immediately Brilliant Fusion. And we're going to send you, and another one of you, and one of you. And then I think we could just OTK them from here. Yeah. Fortunately, this all counts as one summon. And actually, let's go ahead and use this. We're going to banish one of these. I'm going to activate. We're going to get off this to pop this. Get the normal summon. And I think we just Ruby. Oh, they are at 7k too, yeah. Just to be safe, we do that. Tribute off 21. Just hit this. Does nothing. 4,000 piercing. And then attack in for 1550. There we go. That's one of the things I realized we also weren't doing last time as much, is like figuring out the math of what's the fewest moves we could do to kill people. But that time we worked it out, we did well, and we get a win because of it. Alright, here's our real rank up into Diamond 1, hopefully. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, we won the coin toss. And again, I'm strategically waiting just to make them think like, oh, you know, maybe they didn't mean to hit go second. Maybe they aren't Tempai, or Gem Knights, or Gempai. Could you imagine if you combined them? Okay, we drew our one of Lancia. We really gotta hope that we're playing against Maliss. Ah, well, it's either Labyrinth or they bricked. We do have a one-card starter and a Garnet. Unfortunately, this does nothing unless your opponent has a monster. So this really has to go hard. Come on, don't be in perm. Oh, it's not in perm. Okay. Droll, question mark? Why did I grab this? I already have the Gem Knight fusion. We're gonna activate this and we're gonna normal summon the Quartz. Max C on the normal summon. Okay, if that's the case, then I think we just Gem Knight fusion here. And we just make this right off the bat. We use everything. And then even if they have exactly called by, we have the Lancia for the called by. Oh, I can't Lancia on my own turn. Gotcha. Yeah, let's do this now and hope. And now we don't control a fusion, so we can't do it. We can't use the negate. Ripperoni. If we do it now, then they just draw 2 cards and don't have to discard. Well. Yeah, you can't special summon the rest of the turn except... Well, I'm not dead. But I have 1 card and they have an Omni Negate. Plus whatever else is in hand. And whatever else is on field. But if I get exactly like Gem Armadillo, I can normal summon it, search, and then tribute it off for that. I think that might work unless they have Ash or Maxi or whatever. Let's try this. We're going to fusion summon. They will do that. And we will use the Droplet, sending off the Dispersion. Alright! We may still be in this. So we can make Lady Brilliant, you and you. And then you activate. Brings me back the Nephirim. Go Nephirim. Give me the tools. I still have 1 more Quartz, and then Quartz gets me into Brilliant Fusion, so I think that's worth it. I'm talking about the Maliss in the mirror. And they're banishing the March Hare. Everyone do get big. Yeah. Just pop that, because we can. We gotta hope that last card isn't exactly Imperm. If they had a second Imperm, this really sucks. It's the Maliss Trap. Don't you know what that card is? I don't think so. Why can't we Quartz? They don't control a monster. We can Phantom Quartz. We're gonna make Lady Brilliant, and we're gonna shuffle back all our banished shit. Brilliant! And then we tribute off this for Dispersion. But he came back. Dispersion effect. Let's go for you. Second called by. If they had it, I feel like they would have used it earlier. And yeah, I think we just go for this one. I think we go to battle. They might be able to block us out of this. Oh, they're just doing it here. Special summon one Maliss. Or you could summon a Link monster. Heart Cryptor. You don't have any banished Maliss cards at the moment. Now they do! Oh, her effects are negated. Okay, so they're just using it to, like, body block. Although now they will have a trap they can activate. Or, well, it's not that it's negated, it's that you could summon it, and then for the rest of that turn, that monster can't attack, and neither player can activate its effects. I'm going to Gem Knight Fusion, banish a Quartz. We're going to use this. Discard the Quartz. I can't target this for some reason. That's unfortunate. Okay, give me a second. Add a gem. Pairs effects as you can't target. So we're going to Gem Knight Fusion again. You can use Quartz now. Oh yeah. Many mistakes get made. It's fine. Master Diamond time. We're going to use the one in our hand, plus Topaz, plus Prismora. Big man. Yeah, there we go. And then the Master Diamond can copy the Quartz effect, and then we can punch twice with 3,500 while dealing the damage, do the piercing, get everything, and I think that's game. It's like a puzzle, chat. There's some people like,
this is like Tenpai with rocks.
And like, yeah, a little bit, but it's also trying to figure it. It's got toolbox elements, you know? In Tenpai, there's just like the two dragons, and all they do are put big number on board. This time you've got all sorts of different gems that do different things. That was a wild game to win. Yeah, I forgot how that started. I was like, oh yeah, we got called by and then came back in part 2. I was really quiet during that second turn because I didn't think we were going to win, but there we go, you know, never give up, never surrender. We get into Diamond 1, even in Maliss format. Yep, and there's the Maxi. Destroy all the back row. Tribute off that. Then we Forbidden Droplet, send off the Lightning Storm, and yeah, I think we just do this, and then we draw 2. Or depending on what happens here. Oh geez. Do they have a Lightning Storm or a Forbidden Droplet in their deck? A Droll, maybe? Gold Sarcophagus? I guess they're just getting everything. I mean, they might as well. It's going to be destroyed anyway. You, and I think we have to get the White Binder too, right? And then we steal the Apo. Okay, they don't have one to set. Give me your Apo. Thank you. The unfortunate thing, chat, if they have Ash here, we're just fucking dead. Okay. I was like, we add Nephirim, and then we get, yeah, we just get another monster on board. Roll and lock, yeah, we negate that. And then they use March Hare. And, yeah, then we use that there. Then we normal summon the Nephirim. Grab Quartz, Quartz effect, get Brilliant Fusion. Yep, we just have to run it and hope. Dominus Purge. I was really hoping they wouldn't have it by now. We do still have Hollow Core. Yeah, they can't activate Nib now. We get the other Dispersion. We activate the second effect of Dispersion. Do we add something back? There's not really any point. Yeah, actually we might be able to fuse with something else. Let's add one of these back. Then we activate Phantom Quartz. We get the Dispersion. We get Dispersion effect. I think this might be enough. Pop this just to get an extra one out. And I think this is game. So, Topaz. 18. Deal 23. 650. Deal 23. Piercing damage. Attack for game. And there we go! And there were people who thought that Gem Knights couldn't beat Maliss. There's no way a going second deck can survive in this format. One more duel and we get into Master 5. We've been here once before, and it was against Gem Knights, and they made us go first. And it was not pretty. It was not good. This time, we're going second. That's what we want to do. Our opponent probably going to combo for a while. You know, we'll be back when they're done comboing. Oh boy. This is still fine-ish, I guess. You don't want to see two thrusts in your hand, but I think we're good. Oh hey, it's Crystron's. I haven't seen that in a while. Crystron's of the Crystonian Empire. Look who it is, chat. It's... Well, they didn't get a mill they wanted. Oh, okay. Why is it purple? Why is what purple? The fuck they doing? They don't want us to have Gem Knights in the graveyard, and they don't know that Gem Armadillo isn't a Gem Knight. Okay. So we got red reboot for the trap. Gem Armadillo, they negate with something. We triple tactics thrust, they negate with something. And then I think we're just dead if they make the race card. Unless we draw the third thrust or lightning storm. Alright, this is going to be a difficult one, but I think we might be able to make it through. That helps. Okay, so we always start with the armadillo. Dillo, 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 hit the gem armadillo. Yep, and then they're just making the car. Oh, they can car and use the big guy. You might be in for some trouble, chat. Okay, so Thrustin makes us feel good. Good, they negated it. Anyway, another one. Huh. They're using Tristaros now? Well, they're just making a second car? Yes. Or Samurai Destroyer. Another car! Yeah, we go for the Lightning Storm. The Lightning Storm, everything in attack. They negate. Triple Tactics Thrust. We will steal the Barone. Negate. Brilliant Fusion! Unless that last card is Ash. I think not, friend! Reboot! Cease your investigations! Go back to sleep! And we're getting Big Chungus. A 1. A 2. A 3. Okay. Chain Dispersion. 1. A 2. A 3. Yeah, we can Nephirim. We haven't normal summoned yet, right? No, we have. We normal summon the Gem Armadillo. Yeah, so we add this back to our hand. Activate Hollow Core. Send that. We just make Master Diamond. The big one. 1, 2, 3. Master Diamond! What do we send back? One of the cars. And then we activate this. We get the Topaz. Go to battle phase. Run over you. Do 3,000. Run over you. Do 2,100. And there we go, baby! Through all the disruption. To be fair, that was the most Tenpai-like duel we played. Our hand was just nothing but generic board breakers and the one Brilliant Fusion, and we just managed to get through with the Brilliant Fusion. And with that, we got up into Master 5. We did it. In the first 3 duels, and we still have 20 minutes left, so who knows? Maybe we can get to Master 4 before the end of the night. I think Master 1 is seeming likely, unless people learn Mitsurugi really well, and then we might have some trouble. But we'll deal with that when we deal with it. Well, we can get rid of all the back row, right? Unless they've got, like, Solemn Judgment. It's a pretty good draw. Let's go! Dun 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 dun. Get rid of the spell traps. Oh, I guess it just puts another card on Detonator, right? Destroy it, then attach a Ryzeal. Okay, Gem Armadillo. Armadillo! Okay, they pop. Bro popped. I mean, I guess if you have 3 materially, you might as well, right? Let's get Quartz. Let's Hollow Core. Now that that's in the graveyard, let's Dispersion. Fusion Hua. Bro popped. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, the Lancia sucks. Okay, so this doesn't do anything now. I'm surprised they didn't activate it. I mean, you want to activate it now, right? I'ma pop ya. They detach in one. Okay. Go Quartz. I'm sorry, friend. It's Scatter Fusion. You know what that means. Now, if the last card in hand is also Ash Blossom, then I might be screwed. And they saved it this whole time. Brilliant Fusion? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, we go for Lady Summon, Diamond. Oh, wait, yeah. We just tribute herself. Because I can't get her attack back. Yep, I should have just gone straight for this. Aquamarine, Lady Rose. And then Ruby, bounce this, put you back. I think I still didn't get it. Unfortunate. We do have 1 negate. It negates, but it doesn't destroy. Just we all gain 1,000. Yeah, I think we have to wait. It's not like they can make Baguska. Because if we negate this, and then they summon another one, and then they make, like, Duo Drive or Detonator or fucking, like, Exciton Knight, I'm screwed. Although Exciton Knight would do literally nothing. Now they just go plus 1,000,000. Yeah. I'm just not sure if they have anything that actually does anything. Damn, they red. And then they make Detonator, so they get a pop when I Hollow Core. But then the other cards remaining all get too big for him to take out. Negating the first thing was the right choice. Yeah, probably. And then I get too big! Ooh, that's juicy. So we go ahead, we activate this and see if we can bait them into activating that. Fortunately, that doesn't activate, but I got everything off the Detonator. They've already used... I thought they already got 2 Detonators out. Now they can bring it back. I have to wait for something that actually threatens this. I'm not sure if they can do that. Light Dragon Adignister. Oh? Why didn't they use it? Oh, fuck. Alright, do I have any starters left in the deck? Can I make anything, though? Let's try it. Summon back this. Get Dispersion. Hold up. Activate. Maxi! Unless they draw like exactly Nibiru, I think I got it. What is this effect? At the start of the battle phase, negate all attack positions. Ah, unfortunate. And there we go. Ooh, we got out of that. Oof. Ever so barely. G frickin' G. And welcome back, gems and non-gems, to the 4th stream, the official halfway point of the ladder climb. 3 streams lay behind us, 3 streams lay ahead. And though it has been a full weekend since you've seen me last, I haven't played a single duel. Part of that is because I don't feel like we need to. I mean, we're already halfway there. We've made it into Master 5 with 3 streams remaining. I don't think it's going to be that difficult to reach Master 1. Granted, it's been a while, maybe it's going to be tougher than I think, but we still have other builds, other things we can try, so I'm not really worried about that. I don't think I'm going to have to grind off camera, and if I do, I could do it this weekend, assuming I can find the time. I've actually been pretty busy lately putting together The Legend of Lefty Part 2, which, if you don't know, is my original book that I've been working on. Specifically, it's an audiobook, which I released for free on the YouTube channel. You can go listen to this right now if you want to, and I would highly recommend it. You know, I like to make Yu-Gi-Oh content. It's fun to play someone else's card game, but at my heart, I am an artist. I strive to make original content. And I finally gotten off my ass and made this whole ass book. I've spent a lot of time and money on it, getting art made and learning to do voice acting stuff so I can be better at narrating it. So if you like me at all and my content, and you like supporting small indie artists as they try to get stuff, go check that out. Part 1 is already up. Part 2 should be up by the time this video is releasing on YouTube. It's a nice, fun time. I think you'll like it. I mean, I might be a little biased, but I mean, what can I say? I made it because I loved it. But anyway, enough about that. Back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Although there's not a whole lot to say. I mean, I was looking at the deck that we were playing, and yeah, it still looks pretty good. Again, we could put in some Fiendsmith stuff. I don't think we really need to. We'll try out this build a little bit more. It's the same one we've been playing. See how that works in Master 5, and we can come back here if changes are needed. Okay, so they've got an Omni Negate, a Monster Negate, something that turns all monsters to dragons, and something that says dragons are in defense and can't activate their effects. Yeah, so we just like Forbidden Droplet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we negate you, and you. Brilliant fusion. And they surrender. Yeah, we send those 3, and then the Quartz adds back the Nephirim, normal summon the Nephirim, add the other Hollow, summon the Hollow, make the Link, and then the Link can shuffle stuff back in order to make the Dispersion. And then we just go through everything. So there you go. We did it, chat. I was talking about this before stream, because I think in a previous one, people were like, oh, this is just Tenpai but rocks. And I was like, no. Tenpai is frustrating because you can play nothing but board breakers and then slam down White Dragon, and that's the game. And Gem Knights doesn't have an equivalent of that. And I'm realizing they do. It's brilliant fusion. If you can droplet for 4 and slam the brilliant fusion, you just win. You just win. All right, squires. Locketh the fuck in. We're about to rank up. We win another coin toss. And we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait and go second at the last moment. I don't know if that actually helps. It might just be a placebo thing, but I feel like if I windmill slam the 2, then they prepare to go against Tenpai. Here, there's a little bit of a doubt, you know? Who knows what I could be playing? Also, we're not keeping the it's unfortunate, like during the weekend, it finally got to like October style temperatures. It's like, okay, we're down, it's like, it's nice, it's a nice cool autumn evening. Do we just max C here? Oh, it's too late. The node! The node knows. Yeah, so it was nice and cool, and then today, it's like back up in the 80s. It's like so hot. Oh, they're like, fuck that. I ain't doing shit. Okay, well, if you got traps, I've got reboot. I'm not afraid. Right in the in-perm column. And that's all it takes. It's again, we just came off this episode where I was like, this is not Tenpai. And someone was like, is there a fear? Is there something like you activate a brilliant fusion and people just surrender? I'm like, no, not really. Usually they play it out. Not this time. This time they're like, nope. I know when I'm cooked. I see that brilliant fusion. It is over. To be fair, Max C as well. Which, I mean, you know, I complain about Max C. It's not just because I lose to it. This could have been a much more interesting game if Max C wasn't in the format. Okay, so we've got 2 Max Cs essentially in hand. So we can activate one in the draw phase to play around triple tack. And if they use something to stop it here, we'll wait for them to commit and then be like, surprise, we've got the even better one. Yeah, double. Okay, there's the Ash. So Ricky had the Ash, and they're like, I ain't using it on the Foolos. You can have a draw or 2. That's a good one. I think we may be cooked, chat. They've got a counter trap. They've got an Omni Negate. Okay, well that helps a little bit. And Maxi. Well, ain't that just a plum chicken? Try that. Yep, they have to use that there. And then they tributed it, so it gets to do something. Because everything in this deck does something when it's tributed. Okay, they got the Kaiju, but the Kaiju doesn't activate during my turn. We're getting rid of them back rows one way or another. Okay, so they grab that, they take 800, they summon something from the deck. I will discard the Armadillo to negate, or to not be negated. And then that's like all their interaction, right? Yeah, I'll discard a card. What does this fucker do? Should be outside of hand traps, yeah. And they get to play Impulse. Normal summon. Quartz, we get Scatter. We're gonna get this back to our hand. Yeah, we have to give them like 4 summons. That's just the way, you know, Nibiru doesn't exist, chat. We've got to take the Max C challenge. It's the only way. We're quartzing. This is where you droll. That would be nice. Yeah, and I have to activate this because if I shuffle back now, I won't have enough. Oh, wait, they're playing Impulse. So this probably gets negated right here, right? No? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make the Bigman Master Diamond. And then we've just gotta go for the whole crew. Chilling out with the crew at the schoolyard, chat. Ruby and Aquamarine. And even this fucker. We get that. Okay, one more. And I think we just bounce back the biggest one. Yeah, we're gonna save that. Battle phase. I can do it again. Now you take 24. Go for 35. Fool. I mean, I could negate it, but I don't care. Well, there we go. I wish I had narrated that more. I think that was our first win against Mitsurugi. We haven't played a lot of them, to be fair, but the first 2 times they kicked our ass pretty soundly. I just kind of assumed that it wasn't going to work, that they would like draw into Nibiru or something, but we did it. We got them. Hopefully Mr. Metal can make that interesting. Like zoinks, man. This duel is totally wacko. Ash Blossom. Ah, you don't want this to go off. But what if there were 2? Do you have a called by as well? Oh, it's Purrely. Huh. That's a blast from the past. Oh, you've won. Have I? I don't know if I could beat through like a Noir. Like if they just go Noir pass, I lose. Especially if they get like 7 materials on it, right? Noir. Wow, that came out fast. They didn't watch all the animations like I did. Oh, I get it. That's why they're Zoinks. They're the Scooby-Doo. They're the doggos. My friend Scooby-Doo, they're coming after you. Gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's new, Scooby-Doo? And don't look back. You may find another clue. Scooby snacks will be waiting there for you. What's new, Scooby-Doo? Coming after you. Gonna solve that mystery. See you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's new, Scooby-Doo? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. What's new, Scooby-Doo? Let's just go ahead and up thrust the value. Just blow up all the back row. Because I'm not gonna get any advantage on it regardless. Yeah, like I activate it now and they chain this, or I activate this and they chain it, and either way I don't get a card. Gotcha. We're gonna go for Nephirim. They negate. Then we go for this. While it has 5. Okay, so once it detaches once, it's affected again. Yeah, we just add this. We're gonna do the thing. Oh, they reading. Okay. It is now affected. He's like, I just got here. Oh, okay. Both of it right now? They're just undoing. They're like, okay, whatever that last move was, undo it. If you want that in the grave, I don't want it there. If you want that on the field, I don't want it there. Okay, Gemini Quartz. Let's get Scatter Fusion. Scatter! We're gonna make this, and we're gonna send you and you. We're gonna activate this, and see, this is why I kept the Fuelos. It's just free. Then we're gonna go for this. We're gonna grab a thing, aka this. Oh, I've already used both. Okay, well. Gemini Fusion. If they've been saving the Ash the whole time, it doesn't look like they have. So we go for Dispersion. Do I want to add anything back? I don't think so. I mean, I guess it don't hurt. Get something for next turn, maybe, if there is a next turn. Okay, we're going to Disperse. So we can Prismora. Send this. Pop my friend. Activate Ruby. Get big. Return you to the hand. Just do anything else. No, I think we're good. And then we're just gonna make big fucker. Yo, what up? I'm a big fucker. Alright, knights and squires, one more win and we go into Master 3. Last time we were up here, we lost the coin toss, they forced us to go first, we bricked, and it was Tempai. This time, seems like we're not running into that situation. I mean, who knows, maybe it's the rare go first Tempai? Maybe we'll be in a bad situation. X at something Japan. Interesting, it's Mitsurugi. So the Lancia does like nothing, right? It just plays into triple tack. Yeah, so they're gonna combo off. We have no real interaction, but we've got pretty good setup to go second. We'll just have to see what they do. We'll be back when they're done. Ha! Alright, that might help. I think we start with Armadillo. That gets impermed. Then we activate Quartz. Scatter Fusion. Give them the scatter, boys! Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha! Okay, using that. Tribute, that'll be a monster effect, right? Yeah, there we go. But it came back. 3,200, that's a lot of attack, Johnny. Masquerena, okay. So you're gonna make something for me to steal? Dynamondo! Yeah, I think we take the Mondo. Mondo, and then we thrust. Just get the Feather Duster, take everything. Then they get to tribute, do a thing. But that should be everything, unless they've got like exactly like an Ash in hand. Or I guess they could have a Dominus Impulse. The whole deck is dark after all. Oh, they set the Impulse. Alright. Last chance to look at me. They did not look at me. Did I already normal summon? I did. So yeah, we make this. We send you, and you, and you. Yeah, I think we do both of these. They'll Raigeki you. They can only use each effect once per turn, and they already Raigeki'd me. Yeah, actually, I think we just win here. We do this, and then we tribute the Dispersion. So then we negate them, and on resolution, everything gets 1,000 fucking attack. So we go Ruby, we go Aquamarine, and we go... So you're negated, we get big. Yeah, I guess we send that back because we made a mistake. Summon this, and that's all she wrote. They didn't have anything else, and we were going to attack them for all the damage. Discount Damage Warehouse. And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we got our way into Master 3. It hasn't been as fast, but not because we've been like going back and forth and not winning a duels. Like, our win rate is double what our loss rate is. The only problem with this deck is because it goes blind second and barely plays hand traps, we've had to sit through a lot of board building. It takes a long time to get there, which might be a little difficult, but you know what? We're good. We're still doing fine. And here we are, dawn of the 5th stream, the penultimate stream, the last one before the end. Thank you, Critter. As always, you can make things infinitely dramatic. And, we're kind of in a bit of a tricky pickle. We're in an unusual spot. So on the one hand, the deck is working great. We have a really good win-loss ratio. Even into Master 3, it's been performing well. And there's not really anything I want to change up about it. But that's kind of a problem because I feel like we've shown everything the deck can do. Like, not only have you seen all the plays, most of the people in Master have seen all the plays. You might have noticed that during Stream 4, I think there were only like 4 duels worth showing out of 4 hours. And that's because the vast majority of duels were either the same thing you've seen, like us OTKing Maliss or Ryzeal, or it's us like hitting Lightning Storm and then normal summoning a Gem Knight, and our opponent just surrenders because they know they've already been lost. We've had very few instances of us actually getting to the point where we're like anywhere close to attacking for game. Most of the time we do like 1 or 2 plays and our opponent just quits, which is good for the time, but not really good for being entertaining. And the thing is, there are some other variants of Gem Knights I could show. Some variants that are actually stronger than what we're playing now. I did actually make them, I tested them, I showed them to some people on chat. Let me show you real quick what we're dealing with. The first is Gem Knight Fiendsmith, or Gemsmith, which is a really cool name. And you know, looking at it, it's got a whole bunch of Gem Knights in the main deck. But you go down to the extra deck, and the only ones it's playing are Zirconia and Lady Rose Diamond. And that's because this deck basically just uses the Gem Knights as an engine to get the Fiendsmith cards into the graveyard. Like, all we're doing is putting the Fiendsmith in the graveyard. We have 3 Hollow Core because we're using that as an extra negate. We're just gonna end on any fusion, like the simplest ones to make, so that this is online during the opponent's turn. So we're ending on like Desiree, and then we're using a bunch of link material to make like Appaloosa and a Boaku and IP into SP or whatever. Like, it's just generic Link slop and Fiendsmith slop, except we have Hollow Core, and sometimes we get so many normal summons with this that we can also make Gallet Granite, search the Fossil Dyna, and then normal summon it. So, you know, we go first, we maybe lock our opponent out of the game, then we do Fiendsmith combos with a Gem Knight Flare. It really doesn't feel like playing a Gem Knight deck. It may be better because it can go first and save us a lot of time. It may do different plays than what we're doing, but those plays don't seem novel in the grand scope of Yu-Gi-Oh! And they don't feel very interesting to play. Now, the other version, Gem Knight Lockdown, is another go first variant where if we win the coin toss, boss, we can lock our opponent down, and if we go second, we can still do Gem Knight stuff. This is playing still a whole bunch of the Gem Knight cards. The problem is that to go first play is like one of the most degenerate things that you can do, and even though it's kind of neat to see it done once, after that it just feels bad. It just feels like we're not playing the game in a very boring way. If you don't know, it basically relies on Artifact Mjolnir. This is a light fairy monster, so it's not too hard if you get Brilliant Fusion to like send it to the graveyard for a Seraphonite. And then once it's in the graveyard, you use 2 Seraphonites to make this Imperial Princess, who can detach to summon a level 5 monster in either graveyard to either field. So what you do going first is you summon this to your opponent's side of the field, and this says, if it's special summoned, you cannot special summon monsters until the end of the next turn, except artifacts. So we summon this to our opponent's side of the field, and then they're basically locked out of summoning unless they're playing artifacts. And that on top of having like Desiree, if you can make that with an Appaloosa, or even that with like a Dispersion and a Hollow Core in the graveyard, that's just over in a way that's not interesting. The opponent can't play. We've locked them out with a very cheesy interaction. And I was kind of tempted to maybe play 1 or 2 duels with this just to show it, but the combo's not even like fun or interesting to show. There's like 2 ways to do it. One is dirt simple, and the other one is needlessly complicated. So I had a poll with the people on Twitch. I asked them if they wanted to see either of these decks, and they said no. They said they'd rather just stick with Gem Knights. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna stick on the same old deck, but I wanted you to know there are other ways to play this deck. There are other things you can do. They're just not fun. And at the end of the day, this is a show about entertainment. If I end up only making it to Master 2, like, yeah, that kind of sucks, but at least you got to see some, like, cool OTK action, and not me just, like, sitting on a floodgate and shrugging and being like, well, that's the dog shit game that the developers want to happen, I suppose. It's really weird because Mjolnir was, like, one of the best, most used cards in the latest Duelist Cup, and everyone was like,
Oh yeah, they've got to ban that, right?
and they just didn't. They just decided, nah, it's fine. Max C will keep that in check. So it's just really dumb. It's really degenerate. And I don't want to take part in that. I'd rather get to Master 1 the old-fashioned way. So let's jump back on the ladder and see if we can go up against some interesting rogue opponents, or maybe get some neat interactions that we haven't seen yet. Or if nothing else, I'll be back when we're ranking up. So they got a pretty big Desiree. He's pretty strong. I think we can beat it with Forbidden Droplet, right? Ah, Maxi. Well, I have the cold buy for that. And we're just gonna go the way of the Dillo. Be like, what's the Dillio? This. This is the Dillio, my friend. Let's get, this guy. Hollow, pumpkin swallow, something, something, candy sack. I need to memorize that poem. It's very short. Behold. Give me the searchy-do. That voodoo that you do. Huh. That doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, like, they've stopped me from getting 1 fusion summon, but I'm about to have, like, 4? Yeah, let's just get another dispersion. No. I'm gonna say no to that. So, we'll just keep this on board. And now we go ahead and quartz. Time to be brilliant! Brilliant! Yep. And that's what we expect these days. Activate Brilliant Fusion after negating their 1 piece of disruption, and they're like, yep, that's it. That's all it takes. At least it was a different deck. We haven't seen Bystial Fiendsmith before. Yeah, okay, we just start with Nephirim. Nephirim effect. Alright, that makes my job a lot easier, because I want that to resolve. So we'll just send off you, and since I'm not getting my extra normal summon, you. Yeah. Oh, but they can trap and then activate that. Fuck. Shit. Yeah, I gotta do this. Oh yeah, even if they still chain, they get 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was like, where's the 2? The 2's the hand. 1, 2. So Maxi negated. Blue Eyes summon. Forbidden Droplet. We're gonna ban you, and you, and you. We're gonna add Hollow Core because we've already got the Dispersion. Unless last card in hand is Droll. Okay, let's go ahead and Dispersion real quick. We're gonna add the Quartz. We're gonna Hollow Core. That's my favorite genre of rock music. Anyone here listen to Hollow Core? Yeah, I mean, if last card is Ash, they've got it. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Ah, last card, Veiler. Yeah, I mean, that's the last card, right? Negate an activation in the graveyard. Then they tribute, and they're like, I'm no longer on the field, so I'm not negated anymore, right? I don't think it works like that. Yeah, you're just double negated. Dispersion. Disperse. Let's go ahead and Gem Knight Fusion. We'll banish the Dispersion because it wasn't properly summoned anyway. Destroy any face-up card on the field, eh? What about this one? Bye-bye! Wait, they didn't send, like... Oh, they do have Jet Dragon! Shit! I forgot about Jet Dragon. I think we're still fine. Now we can do this again. And if you're wondering why I saved the Nephirim in my hand, it was just for such an occasion. We'll use this, and we will make Master Diamond. And then this will put you back in hand. And then we can Master Diamond, banish the Topaz, 3, 4, 5, or sorry, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't even need to boost this up. Because 2 attacks is enough. Final blow! We finally beat our arch nemesis Blue Eyes. And all it took was Forbidden Droplet for 4. I forget if I did that already. I feel like, see again, it's, you know, we have these impressive games that are fun and have a lot of, like, interaction. Where it's like, ooh, ah, maybe they can do something. They're saving the hand traps for just the right moment, and I have to make a decision. And then I feel like we've already seen that. Hard to say, hard to leg. One more win till Master 2. One more win's what we're gonna do. One more win till Master 2. Gonna go second and say, hey, you, would you like to go first? Go first. Would you like to go first? Go first. Build a big board. I'll punch it down. Yeah, I'm gonna smile. You're gonna frown. Gonna go second. Gonna do a lot of stuff with the Gem Knight stuff. And wow. Wow, this is every Maxi. You ever get 3 Maxis, chat? Crazy. No, come on. The unfortunate thing, too, is that, like, I have the ability to, like, OTK from this. But if I commit something to the board, they're just gonna do the things. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not going first. You go first. What up? Yeah, you know what? We're going for both of them, baby. I didn't want to go for all 3, because then they start thinking, maybe I can just OTK them. Okay. Now I want them to stop. At this point, all I need to do is get to my Droll or my Nibiru, and I think, no, Nibiru's, they're going to deck us out. Maybe. Do we want run Nib? I think we have 1 for Crossout, if I'm not mistaken. Normal summon. Alright, they got scared, chat. Unless they got some kind of quick effect. Fuck, they have some kind of quick effect. Yep, we just lost the Maxi minigame. Maybe we should have gone for it. The problem is everything we had summons from hand, so we would have given them like 3 cards. Just to like Nephirim, grab this, normal summon the Gem Armadillo, already would have given them 3 cards. And then if they have a Maxi, or if they have a Maxi or a Fuwalos or a Nibiru, then we're just doom screwed. The revive effect, can they attack? Not fair! Rude! And I can't stop any of this, right? But they did play into Thrust, so we can up Thrust the value. If a card would be destroyed, so that does stop me from just, like, hitting the Babble. Oh wait, no it doesn't. Yeah, let's get Feather Duster. Okay. We're gonna Nephirim first. If they use the counter trap on this, we might be doom screwed. So that's what I'm thinking. We get Quartz. We activate. We normal summon the Gem Armadillo. The Gemadillo, as some people call it. We grab another copy of Hollow Core. We activate the Hollow Core to get the Brilliant Fusion into the graveyard. Then we Feather Duster. Feather Duster, Droplet. And we send off the Duster, the Hollow Core, and the Hollow Core on the field. That allows us to negate this so they can't protect it. We negate this to stop that, and we stop the steal with this. Oh, it was their own forbidden droplet, which they could not chain for reasons. We add the dispersion. We dispersion to get a fusion monster on so that the Hollow Core negate is live for whatever the last card in hand is. And then we can quartz and do the brilliant fusion stuff without having to worry about anything. So we send those two. This arrives. We use this to get back. Yeah, we get one of the Nephilims back. Now we quartz. And what's this? You can target one you're banished. Okay, so we need to bounce this. We don't want it in the graveyard. Everything else we can just attack over. So we do this now and make Master Diamond. 1, a 2, a 3. Break out the boys! Me and the boys don't like what you got going on here, buddy. A 2, a 3. Then we tribute off this to get big. We can attack over that. We bounce that back to hand. This can just get over things normally. They got something they can do. And then we use this to make the Master Diamond. So let's beat over this. 18. Bang. Burn. 800. Piercing on this. Plus 34. And Master Diamond was just here to watch. He was just chilling out with the crew in the schoolyard. Finding trouble, never working too hard. And with that... Oh, that wasn't a rank up or anything. Well, we beat Orcust. Orcust has been pretty difficult. And we're one away. And most importantly, chat, after stalling and waiting and patiently saving up the delayed gratification, we have earned enough points for the gem turtle. Receive all! Delicious 800 gems, 100 UR points, a block dragon, a yellow-blue frame, and most important, the gem turtle. Thank you, Moai Interceptor. You have done a good job, but the gem turtle belongs here more than anything. And once more, we are trying to rank up into Master 2. We've lost the coin toss, which is what we need to do, but this time, we're dual wielding, and we have the power of gem turtle on our side. Surely with that, we won't brick like we did last time. I mean, this is decent. This is nice. We got 2 board wipes. We got a 3rd board wipe. We got maybe too many board wipes, but these are both 1-card starters. And it's Orcust again. Orcust, I guess it's a fair deck. I mean, we've lost to it a little bit, but a lot of those have been like me just misunderstanding how the deck works now. But in general, it is frustrating to have a deck that has so many varied different, like, they got a counter trap, they got monsters on the field, and they got the back row. The counter, not the back row, the graveyard. They got stuff in graveyard, but the key thing to remember is that they can only use the graveyard stuff while they have the field spell. So the big thing you actually need to get rid of is the fucking field spell. Although if they keep this token on my field, I can't use the Lightning Storm, which is sad. And I don't think I can Forbidden Droplet and send off the token because you have to send it to the graveyard. And I don't think this gets sent to the graveyard. I don't know, but at least we got Turtle. You could spin, right? Oh, you spun on the thing. Don't tell me all you do here is hide. Come on, spin. Show me the spin, spin, spin. You got the thing and the desire. They made an animation of it spinning. You can see it when you go to click it in the thing. And now when it's here, it doesn't do anything? I wanted you to Beyblade let it rip. I miss the Moai Interceptor. That's so, like, they have the animation. They use it in the other one. How come they're not doing it here? Or is it like a 50-50 and I just lost like 20 coin flips in a row? Maybe it spins when you attack? Okay. I guess we'll find out. It's gotta spin. If it doesn't spin eventually, I'm gonna be very confused. Chat, they did not steal my token to make IP. I'm a little sad. That's rude. They're very rude. And then they get to add one and they can do stuff. Maybe it spins after you win. Maybe. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're gonna hollow core first, actually, because we already got the dispersion. It's that easy! Okay, now we Feather Duster. Should have saved the counter trap for this! Okay, they can banish. Yeah, they're just using the stuff now. Gets more attack. Okay. Send that. The problem is, in order to own this, we need a non-rock in the graveyard as well. Yep, they're just activating everything. Ding won't protect in the same chain. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have any material. Alright, and we hit that too. That's pretty good. The Link 4 does nothing without Babel. Oh, okay. And Max C. How's a little deck like Orcust supposed to survive without Max C? This is also, like, removal. Target one face-up card you control and one card your opponent controls. Destroy both. There's a chance they have Ash, so I think we use this. We add this to our hand. We're going to normal summon the Armadillo. Yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, then we do this. We're going to get the Brilliant Fusion. We're going to activate the Brilliant Fusion. They're going to try to do that. And we are going to show them the Forbidden. And I think we send off this and the Armadillo. Because we want to negate both of those. I don't know if that triggers the Nephilim. So you and you are both negated. The Brilliant Fusion resolves. Yeah, we just go for Master Dispersion. 1, a 2, a 3. So there's the Dispersion. Yeah. And I think we'll still have enough. So we add back this one. We summon this one by discarding the Lightning Storm that we can't activate. This gets us another Gem Knight in hand. Or a Dispersion, rather. A Dispersion Diversion. Yeah, I think we don't give them any more draws if we can help it. Ooh, this is even better. You. And you. Oh, I can't link for the rest of the turn. Okay. And then we fusion summon Master Diamond. Told you I was the master. Just bounce back the thing with the highest attack. Then we Ruby. Get off that. We banish the Topaz. And fuck it, it's a normal summon. They don't get to draw off of that. I think that should be more than enough. So this is if a card would be destroyed by battle or card effect. Okay. Yeah, I think we had enough. Well, I guess we don't have to find out. We don't have to solve the puzzle. We just win now. And with that, we make our way up into Master 2. Only one rank remains, gamers. There's only one more place to go. Also, I stopped paying attention to the turtle. He's like flopping. He makes the little bubbly sounds. That ain't spinning though. I have to show you this. I'm pretty sure I haven't showed this on camera, but like, just to prove that they have the animation. Like if you click on this and they're like, here's the mate, check it out. And you click on it, it does this. This animation is in the game. I just don't know when it goes off. When I attack? When I lose? Why would you spin when you lose? Spinning is so cool. We can't Beyblade let it rip. I'm sad.
Fight the power!
And here we are, ladies and non-ladies. The dawn of the final stream. Once more, a weekend has passed since you've seen me last, and once more, I haven't played a single duel over the weekend. Although this time, it wasn't for want of trying. Like, I had time to play Master Duel, I was thinking about doing it. The problem is, we're already in Master 2. We are 5 wins away from making it to the highest goal, because this deck has just been so powerful. So I didn't want to do that off camera. I didn't want to show up today and be like, hey, guess what? One more win and we get into Master 1. I wanted to actually play it through on stream. We've got like 4 hours, maybe even longer. I think we can easily make it. Who knows? Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe people have really learned Mitsurugi. But so far, Gem Knights have proven themselves to be a very competent deck, even without the FTK. You know, it's funny, but I've been saying, like, I'm playing Gem Knights. There's a whole bunch of people who still think this is an FTK deck. They think all I'm doing is burning my opponent to death before we start. And like, yeah, you can still technically do that. It's a very involved combo where you have to use like Nightmare Unicorn to reset this so you can do a whole bunch of damage over and over again. But it's also not very fun, and it's easier to just blind second OTK your opponent. I mean, if you wanted to go first and lock your opponent out of playing, you would just use the artifact combo that I explained last time. But yeah, even without that, it's just been a fun, really good time. We haven't had to change up the deck, and I think we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna keep going and just see if we can run into Master 1 on record time. First duel of the day, serving it up Hardleg's way. As always, again, I'm not sure if this does anything. It's all about the mind games. You know, you gotta take whatever advantage you can get. Wait till the end and do it. If we were Gem Knights or Tempai, we would have windmill slammed on it. By waiting that extra time, it makes it seem almost like maybe we forgot to click it and it just accidentally went there. It might be worth noticing that we've had a lot of trouble getting the game client to stay functional and load everything. And at the moment, it looks like getting into an actual duel might be a little tricky. No, why did that count as a loss? Son of a bitch. I guess we put another fucking asterisk onto things. That's the second one. Oh, they got the rescue rabbit mate. Lose and I'll lose a rank. I just got here. Oh shit. What do you mean I'm click going second? Ah. Don't tell me this one's gonna refuse to connect too. Connection timed out. There was no response. And I'm in Master... I'm in Master 3?! Fuck you, Master Duel! What the fuck?! I didn't do it! Why do I have to have 3 fucking asterisks next to my name? Oh, I was like, oh, this is gonna be, we just gotta get up 1 rank. Yeah, if the game doesn't fucking screw us over. I don't want to be paranoid, chat. But you know what I did to make it run better? I turned my VPN on. So it was something to do with my IP address. I was being throttled. I don't know if Konami's like biased against me. Or maybe my ISP is just like, why is this guy uploading so much data? He must be up to something. But turn on the VPN, suddenly I'm super smooth. And the VPN, I have it set to the same state I'm in. I'm not like routing it through some faraway land. It's not like there's a problem with the internet in this area. But yeah, you know, here what I thought would be a really easy day is now gonna be much harder. Instead of just winning 5 duels, we have to win 10 because we got screwed over by internet issues. Co-linked. That's a pretty good one. That means I don't have to worry about using Lightning Storm on the back row. I can use Lightning Storm on the front row. Cannot target them with card effects. Okay, so I can just like Lightning Storm, destroy all attack position monsters. They contribute that. I can Forbidden Droplet. And this is Once per turn, yeah, so I just send the Forbidden Droplet. Negate you. And I think we get this so I can target them. No, I get the Heart's Cryptor, so they can't banish me. Oh yeah, they're getting destroyed anyway. What do I care? And then we're gonna thrust. Hope they don't have Droll. Fuck. I spoke too soon. I can still fusion summon. Dominus Impulse. Reboot! No traps for you. Another one. Yeah, I think we just go for this and try to kill. We go you, and you. Do they have March Hare in hand? They do. Of course. We go for you. Yeah, Lady Rose. Then we're going to normal summon. 18 over this. So we hit. We do 15. We attack lowest. 27. And then 18 for game. There we go! It's that easy, baby. It's that easy. Now we just gotta do that 9 more times and we'll be fine. Well, that's a good hand. While they're doing their combo, real karaoke hours. I need something to lift my spirits, Chad. Time for you to know the awful truth. The truth about me and the truth about you, 'cause you're a brand new species. Big cat, space Nazis. On my touch tone telephone. And I'm the only one on the AM radio. Alright, enough karaoke. If you want to hear karaoke, you gotta come to the live streams. Oh, what do we got? Another Maliss board to break down. Another one to hit him with the old dusty trail. Another dust to dit him with the doody dop doop dop. Okay, go Nephirim. Let's Nephirim it up. How about no? How about no? And all the rest of your traps are turned off too. I hope you enjoy. It's a fun and fanciful time to be enjoyed by all. Set the Dominus Impulse for the next turn that won't happen. Win or lose, it ain't happening. Yeah, I think we go for the Hollow Core here, actually. Then we use the extra normal summon. So we send off the Nephirim, because we don't need it. And we send off the Thrust. And they can't activate monster effects. So you're negated, and you're negated. And then Armadillo comes down. Armadillo Axadillo effect. Now we get the Quartz. We're gonna Hollow Core. We want to get this into the graveyard as quickly as possible. As soon as we link off with this, we will have 3. Okay, they're getting something. Yeah, they're gonna be able to do the Banish 3. That sucks. Why do they get to draw off of this? And my Nephirim? That's so rude. Okay, I think we Quartz here. We go for the Scatter. And that's like the perfect target for the Heart's Cryptor. Yeah, they have to stop that. Then we use these two, and we make Phantom. Gonna catch them all, because he's Danny Phantom. Phantom searches us the Dispersion. Gotta get that clap in. We no longer have the thing, so we can't fusion. Yeah, I think we still do this. We do lose the negate for the Nibiru until we do this. And now the negate's back on. But he came back. Then Lady Brilliant tributes off the quartz. We get this. We disperse. You bounce the field spell. Then we bounce the Harsh Cryptor. Cryptor is unaffected. Yeah, I think what we do, we get the ruby off. We tribute Topaz. We activate this to get the Topaz. We activate Brilliant Fusion. We discard this to get its attack back. Battle phase. Go into... Wait, yeah, we go into this. That's 32. Go into this. And that's game. Okay. I thought we had to do more. I forgot they already were missing a whole bunch of life points. And I was like, okay, and then we crash that thing, and we can send the other link back, and then we do piercing for game. But once again, we just had way, way more damage than we needed to. Alright, I've been here for 4 hours trying to climb my way back from the shit that we lost because of the fucking glitch or whatever the hell was going on there. Oh, I thought today would be so easy. I thought we would finish early, and then we would just be able to spend time playing other games, just having a good time, but no. Oh, and we don't want to see 2 Max C. Anytime you get 2 of the same thing, I mean, at least it's you, but if they have, like, called by or some shit, I'm just, like, fucking screwed. We just gotta hope they have nothing. There's nothing we could draw that could win this unless they mess up. We're just fucking doomed. I hate the Maxi minigame! Every deck for the last 2 years! Ash, called by, Crashout. It's just the same fucking thing every time. Four years. Alright, you know what? The last 2 times we were knocking back on Master 2, I didn't put this on, but we might as well put this on. Where's the thing? I'm going second. We have to click it early. If you're wondering why the go first counter is up to 5, no one made us go first. I clicked go second, and I guess it was too close to the end. They didn't count it. Alright, this isn't bad. We gotta wait for our opponent to commit. They got the tracked. They tracked him. You could even say they're attractive, but I wouldn't. Okay, we wait for this to get on just in case they play Gamma. Not that I think Gamma's gonna be seeing a lot of play. And then we activate this. No Ash, nothing? It felt like they had something, and it's Orcust again. I don't know what it is about Orcust. I like the original Orcust, but this deck, it's pissing me off almost as much as Maliss, even though it's not nearly as bad. But we're gonna get a few draws. We'll just zoom by. I mean, we've got stuff to take care of the spell traps. We'll be back. More like Snorkust, am I right? They're giving us every card. And I don't have to shuffle back. Alright, Feather Duster. You don't control an Orcust Link, so you can't use the Crescendo. Yep. There we go, we win. We put on the hat, we did the thing. We're going back up into Master 2. Hopefully we can get from there. It just sucks that it had to be, you know, even when it's not me getting hit by the Max C, it's still a Max C game. It's a Max C world, and we're just living in it. We just got up here, and now we got 2 more losses, and we win the coin toss, which means they're gonna know we're on a go second deck. It's rough out here, chat. You know, if this had happened earlier, I would have been like, well, that's rough, but we gotta start over. We spent all this time getting back here again. If I get knocked down again, fuck it. You know? You know this deck can get to Master 1, you just have to grind. And like, if you don't care about Max C and Droll and all the other broken cards that are in this format, no. Don't do nothing. I've got no starters. Maybe they don't know, chat. Maybe they'll just surrender. Called by the grave. So they must have some kind of like Maxi or Fuelos or something.
Hello.
Normal summon Fuelos. Aw. You can make Almirage. Yeah, we've got to get a couple draws before we Lancia. Otherwise, they just pass, and if we don't draw exactly a starter and assume they have no hand traps, which they pass, so they must have a bunch of hand traps, chat. They had a Dormouse, they didn't summon it. Yeah, I have like nothing. I'm surprised I didn't take the red reboot. Just going battle phase, they're like, I don't want you to draw anything. They know we have nothing. I have so many good draws, I just have to get one of them. Fuck, if that's called by or something. No, if it was called by, they would have hit the Lancia, right? Please, sir, just one draw. Could I just get a draw, please? Granted, they could just make Appaloosa here with 4 monsters, and what am I gonna do? Alright, I don't ask for much. Can I get one of my starters? That's one of my starters. Thank you. Activate Quartz. Get Brilliant Fusion. I don't want to misclick. My hands are sweaty. Palms, spaghetti. Yeah, we just make fucking this guy, right? You. Do we even add anything back? That's just game. There's like nothing they can do. We just keep them in there so we have 3 for the negate. And we just make the 3 biggest, like, we just make this. 18. 27. Oh, did I miscalculate? No, I did not. Okay. That was a close one. Good thing they didn't make Appaloosa. Holy shit. We had no business winning that one, but we got out of it. Win number 69. And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we've reached the conclusion of this episode. Unfortunately, while I didn't rank down immediately, Master 2 was such a back-and-forth slog that felt so unfun to play that I ended up calling it quits before I ranked up. And don't get me wrong, Gem Knights is a fun deck. Its go-second playstyle means every duel is an actual back-and-forth fight where you're making decisions and navigating combo lines with a toolbox of powerful fusions. It's got everything I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! But the Master Duel format, with its god-awful ban list, where you still have to deal with Barone and Maxi and Appaloosa on top of all the newest decks at maximum power, well, it makes it kind of impossible to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! For any extended period of time. In the end, I got pretty darn far, and I think it's obvious that if I had just toughed it out for another hour or 2, I would have gotten to Master 1. But why push myself to grind a competitive ladder when Konami clearly doesn't take competition seriously? Regardless, now that it's both the end of the month and the end of the episode, let's take a moment to look back over our statistics for October 2025. I ended up playing 110 duels with Gem Knights and made it from Diamond 5 to Master 2. We won 69 of those duels, nice, and technically lost 41, which gives this deck an overall win rate around 63%. I went through just 3 builds this month before settling on the deck behind me, which contains 4 common cards, 16 super rare cards, and 37 ultra rares. I spent 5,000 gems on this month's deck, which would cost about $71 if you bought them all at the store at the standard price. Finally, all of this would not have been possible without 421 awesome patrons who help support the channel. 22 of those patrons donated $25 or more this month, so I'd like to take a moment to thank them personally. Their names are Chris, Resident RDA Enjoyer, Cat Monarch, Shadow 1317, Chris W, Gravy, Dancing Joker, MBT Yu-Gi-Oh, Emperor Lelouch, Davon Crushin, Default Titan 97, Clockswork, Filthy Cheat, JJ Squirtle, Sanguine Strawberry, Barbarians Are Us, Girgiano XG, Guy Nathaniel, the Agron Overlord, Wildcard Jr. Patoo, it's Katsu, Boo-Hoo Bundy, LK Sun, and Wasted Brawler. If you'd like to join them, there's a Patreon link down in the description. $1 gets you on my Discord, $25 gets your name in the credits, and for $10 you can get a special roll that lets you pick what deck I play next. Speaking of which, next time on Ladder Climb, we're going from an old fusion archetype to a new ritual archetype. That's right, it's time to break out the snakes and see how Mitsurugi does, without all that Ryzeal nonsense. If you'd like to see me attempt this in real time, you can follow me over at twitch.tv/Hardleg Gaming, where I stream most of my duels. Otherwise, until next time, good luck and have fun.